Ooh.
Cheers.
What is up, you guys? Welcome
Ah.
to Midlife Vibes, and if you're watching the rebroadcast, welcome. Enjoy. Hopefully, everyone is subscribed. Give this video a thumbs up and all that goodness right there.
Goodness.
I want to
Goodness.
thank Michael and Carrie for joining us tonight.
Yes.
What a
Thanks for having us.
pleasure it is to have you guys on the stream. Now, as I always do whenever Michael's here, this might be a tough one. What?
What
I don't have one.
is in my
I don't have
cup?
one.
Oh, no, that said the word on it. So I'm going to say, what can is this?
I can't even tell. Can you tell?
There's a little hint.
Hi,
let's see.
DDG. How are you, friend?
It's
Hi,
blurry.
Carla and Kiko.
Hold on.
Hi, Anna.
Hold on.
Hint of
Put this in front
sage?
of her face real quick. Can you tell
Hi,
by that?
Juanito.
He can't
No,
tell. I'm gonna
No,
stump
you stumped me.
you. Now, do you know? Wait.
Oh, the Topo Chicos. Those are good.
I always call it
Topo
Tampico.
Chico.
Hi,
I think-
Melissa.
I think that you guys got Topo Chico before we did. It just arrived like yesterday here in
Hi,
town.
Lori
So
Jean. We
What
need
is
press.
Topo Chico?
Yeah.
the
Did
sparkling
you,
seltzer.
did you go like this? Like you're
Yeah,
gonna
'cause
backhand
Michael
me?
was talking, and you're
You
like,
just
"Hey."
went like this to me.
So we want to welcome to we want to welcome Juan Rodriguez to the stream. Did you already say hi to everybody? I was
Hi,
talking.
Richard. Hi, Joe.
DDG
Where's DDG? I
in
don't
the
see her.
house.
Where's she at? Did she say something again?
Carla and Kiko Adventures. Beloved one. Oh, you're right here. Anna. Hi.
Your mouth over to say something.
Melissa. Lori Jean. Another
Is it-
Melissa. Okay. I think I said hi to everybody who's on the stream concurrently right now. So
Oh, we're sorry to hear about Bob's dad. I'm so sorry.
sorry about that. So you guys, are you guys staying warm?
Kinda. It's so cold here.
He just shivered.
What? Why are you
That's
pulling
mine.
faces?
I'm not.
You are.
No, I'm not.
Yes,
Because you pulled him
are.
back in, cut him off. He wanted to say something. Give me that one.
Oh, that was mine. Becky didn't come prepared and get her own drink, and now she wants mine. And she can't
Wow,
have it.
Carrie, I don't know how this live stream's gonna go.
Wait, it's too light.
I brought my own drink. What are you
Right, I
doing?
can't-
Can't see this one.
That is a Bud,
Hi,
an Anheuser-Busch
Samantha.
product. No, I don't know. It's shot in the dark.
It's not.
Oh, look at DDG
Wait.
said hi to Carrie and Michael.
Oh, you got the
Oh, hey.
Sonic. Wait a second. Hey, is it good?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
It's not good.
I would say for a seltzer, it's pretty good. There was a couple of them that were not great. You would think that with Sonic and their wonderfully flavored drinks that you can get at their place,
yeah.
that it would be good. And I think they missed, but they'll figure it out. They'll revamp just like everybody else is revamped, but they'll be good.
I would assume. See, I would have assumed with Sonic that their seltzers would be more flavorful than most seltzers out there because of their Sonic. You know,
Right.
Can I talk about something non-alcohol related really quick?
no, I'm just kidding. Yeah, go ahead.
I just realized if you're a member and you're also a mod, you don't see the wrench.
Yeah, you do.
Where? They don't see it.
Mhm.
Like that's a member right there, and
Is
there's
that
a
what
wrench.
they see?
That's a wrench right there, and that yeah. They
So
see-
I
a
see
mod-
something new from
see?
DDG.
So, a mod would be whoa, hold on. Well, that's different there.
no on
Different.
so on YouTube, they see blue with a wrench, and then they have a little badge next to their name if they're a member. So you're saying DDG has something new?
Yeah.
What does DDG have?
A wrench? No.
I noticed that she didn't have a wrench. I told Josh this. I go,
He does have one. Look.
Yeah, she has
DDG
a wrench.
doesn't have a wrench? And he goes, she doesn't? I go, we've never given her a wrench all this time?
Yeah.
And I said, that's so disrespectful.
And then she wanted me to do it right as we were going live, and I'm like, I can't
So
do
I
that.
did it. Hi,
So
Rosie.
She took care of it. So I've seen some of your pictures recently of your front yard and of you driving, And I'm like, I will never ever live in that town ever.
It's weird. It's so weird. We had these snow squalls. So
That
for
were
those of you
crazy.
that don't know what a snow squall is, it is a giant like gust of wind with a wall of snow. And these snow squalls have lasted up to 2 hours, and you
Yeah.
can't see anything in front of you. And really, I mean, we get snowstorms that come heavy snow, but the difference between it is the wind that's accompanied by it, and it is crazy windy, and it is like sideways snow. It's intense. We've had 2 of them.
We have. The other night I was driving home from the gym and the snow squall hit, and I had to literally sit like 3 blocks away from the house down by the post office.
Down by the
because-
buffalo. Remember
Yeah,
the
down
picture
by
you
the
guys took the buffalo? Down by there.
because I couldn't see to get up the hill to the house. And every time I would try to go, it's like the wind was blowing sideways and freezing the snow to my windshield, and my windshield wipers couldn't even keep up with it.
So just so
It's
you know, we were
crazy.
planning to move to Wyoming, but that just scared us now.
You
You're
know,
like, we
it's
could never move to Wyoming with the snow now.
And I've never heard the
kind
term
of a
snow
standing
squall.
joke here that the winters here are what keeps California people in California.
Mhm.
Yes.
No, and then like I would be worried, like, because if you're where the buffalo is at, you have to go kind of up the street,
That's what you're
Yeah.
saying.
and I'd be scared to go up the street. Like I think I would slide. Like I was just watching videos in Big Bear here in California of cars sliding across the intersection and then ramming into other cars
Hi, Rosa.
because obviously us Californians don't know how to drive in snow, and
we
so
can't
they
even
go up,
drive in rain and sprinkles.
they go up to Big Bear, and Big Bear was like, I mean, there must have been 3 feet of snow or something up there, and they were just sliding along, and I was like, oh my god, I'm never gonna do
It's
that.
crazy.
What do
Everything gets shut down when it's like that.
what do the bison do? They don't have anywhere to hide in your
They have
bison
like
park.
this thick of fur, so they're good.
Yeah.
That's
Nothing-
what they're made for.
They just stand out there and get little icicles on their fur.
Yep.
Pretty much.
That's
so
it.
sad.
Yeah, but they're so warm. They're probably
Yeah,
warmer
they're
than
so
we
warm.
are.
Yeah, they're way warmer than us.
It's currently snowing right now.
Yeah, it's like nice
Not
to
as
see the
well.
snow, or it's nice like if you're inside maybe, but like to actually have to go to work and drive in the snow, I would think I would not want to do that. I mean, I've driven in snow once and I was petrified because it was like
No, but
midnight.
tell them
It was
why.
like
Tell them
midnight.
what we were doing.
It was midnight in the mountains, and I've never driven in snow before, and I didn't know it was going to snow, so there's no chains on the tires or anything like that, and that's just not
And we
fun.
decided to drive in back of a big rig that was just pushing up snow, and we couldn't see, and there was no barriers to stop you from falling off the
They're
side of the
laughing
hill.
at us. They're laughing at us right now because they're like,
No.
rookies.
Like there's
I-
nothing to stop you if you slide off of the hill. It was scary.
But you guys have rain, right? Tons of rain.
No. Well, right
No?
now we have rain. Like
Today.
today.
So I can't drive in rain. Like the way you think about snow, that's what petrifies me is rain. Like I
You guys
don't
don't get
like
rain?
it. We do, but just not like anybody else. It's to me, it's scary. Like you hydroplane, that freaks me out.
When I think
I
there's
can't feel
more-
the road beneath me.
And then here's my question: do you hydroplane more when it doesn't rain that much because the oils and stuff from the cars like drip and get on the roadways and stay there, or do you hydroplane more if it rains a lot in your like? Do people hydroplane more in like Washington, or do you hydroplane more in like LA where it rains like 3 days a year?
Yeah,
That's a good
Michael.
question.
I don't know.
Where's Joe
I'm
Ross?
just
Where's
curious.
Joe
Yeah,
Ross?
where's Joe Ross with all my
Let's ask
answers that
Joe
I
Ross.
need to know?
He'll know.
No,
Ask
but,
Joe
Ross
Ross,
knows
yeah.
everything.
but you belong in California then because Californians don't know how to drive in the rain either. So the scary part about and maybe it's everywhere, but in California too, like I'm driving to work in the rain and like it seems like we're not set up for rain to like disperse properly off of the road. So you're totally fine driving, and then all of a sudden there's like water streaming across the freeway and you just hit it, and that's when you go, whoa. Car kind of goes off the ground a little bit, and hydroplanes for a second, and then it catches itself. But it's like, why is there water streaming across the roadway? Shouldn't there be gutters or something for it to catch, or shouldn't the roadway be slanted so it's not going completely across where it's filtering
Joe
off
Ross
of the
has your
road?
answer.
We
I
hydroplane
wanna
more in
know what to
LA.
do.
This is it right here. We hydroplane more in LA because our roads are flat and the rain doesn't run off.
There you go.
What I'm talking about.
Well,
So
that
I
makes
don't know.
sense.
Hey, Kenny, what's going on,
We
Kenny?
knew
How you
Joe would
doing?
know.
So Joe knows everything. Like he is a walking encyclopedia.
Yes, he is.
Except for he didn't know about campers. He said he doesn't.
Except people don't use encyclopedias anymore. He's like our walking Google.
Yeah, I know. I dated myself with encyclopedias. Like we had a set of encyclopedias in our house.
Well, you must have been well off because we didn't.
I guess we were.
We couldn't afford a whole set of encyclopedias. That
Did
sucks.
Did you only have Becky only had one
I didn't even
of
have
the
one. We had to
encyclopedias.
go to the
Oh.
library or just not do the homework.
Then the worst was when it wasn't in the encyclopedia and you had to go to the library and check out books.
Or what about when you had dated encyclopedias? That
Oh, right.
sucks.
I don't know.
And
I
now
don't know.
everything's at the touch of a finger.
And because
Google it.
it's on the internet, it's true.
Oh, where's the box? We got a present. We don't know who the heck it came from.
You don't?
What?
Did somebody
Really?
send us a dumpling
I
kit?
think it's you guys. I told
Oh,
Josh
I think
it had to
it's-
be you guys.
What?
I knew it was you guys. Josh was like, "Did you order a dumpling kit?" And I said, "No." Who was it addressed to? He goes,
It's addressed to
"To
me.
me." And I go, "Had to be Mike and Carrie, especially a dumpling kit. Like, who else would send us something so specific?" Thank you, guys.
You're so welcome.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
Now, are you expecting Becky to make dumplings?
It's gonna be Jessica. Jess-
You know, it's gonna be Jessica.
Jessica's like, that's
Whoever.
something somebody would buy me because she has a hot pot and she makes us sushi rolls and kimchi and
yeah, she makes everything now.
she
Well,
makes
then,
everything.
Merry Christmas, Jessica.
Yeah.
No, Merry Christmas to you guys when you guys come out and get to eat it.
But
Oh, hey, there you go.
But now I notice, your Instagram game on home cooked meals is like
What is that about
stepped up
going on
in the
today?
last month. I think. Like I'm seeing more pictures from Carrie's cooking, right? I'm assuming
Yeah.
it's all Carrie doing the
there's
cooking.
there's the YouTube name. Carrie's Cooking.
There you go. I don't know. I just like to cook, and when I make stuff, I just like to share it. So
Good stuff.
Well, it looks good, but now does that give you a hard time, Michael, and your fitness quest?
Yeah, because she always wants to make cakes and pies and cookies and desserts. And it's like, how am I supposed to be skinny and good looking for you if all you're going to do is make cakes and pies and cookies and stuff?
Well, at least
Thank you, Ronnie.
Carrie, your
Looks
food is
flat.
not causing him to be good looking. He might be able to get skinny, but the other one, I don't know.
no, he just ruined my evil plan, and now I'm gonna have to come up with something new.
I lost all the curl in my hair. I cut all my hair off, Carrie.
I think
I know. I love it. It's awesome. It's so super cute.
Except for I lost the curl today because it's raining. And of course, why would I take a jacket or an umbrella to work during the winter?
Oh,
when
I
it's
don't
raining?
know.
And I think Becky always, whenever I say I'm going to try to lose weight, that's when Becky starts making stuff
Homemade
that's really
tortillas
not
and
healthy for me.
tamales and-
And that's when she starts bringing-
Same. She
then
does
she's
the
like-
same stuff.
I'm like, I'm eating healthy. And then she's like, I'm going to Farmer Boys. Do you want like a big
Mr.
double
Spaghetti
bacon
is
cheeseburger
in the
hamburger?
house.
Oh, is Riker watching?
Right guy, my fave. I love Right Guy.
Oh my goodness, Mr. Well, in honor of Mr. Spaghetti.
Well,
you
I'm
know.
kind of
Riker
mad
and his-
because I wanted to send Right Guy and it was on Amazon. I was just gonna send him a whole box of the regular Lay's potato chips because he and I, that's what we like. But they had all kinds of
Right.
stupid other things bundled with it. I was so mad.
So what's going on with you guys?
Yeah.
Lots of work.
Work. This is her busy season. I think we talked about that on the last
We're
stream we had with you.
So busy at my work. So
And-
insane.
I have not been able to keep a driver on my end.
I see that.
So it's been a struggle. So I get to do all of it, but it's all right. I guess we had a good Christmas.
We had a really nice Christmas.
We didn't have to worry about too many presents or packages to open up and figure out where we're going to put them again. Cause
Yeah.
we stopped doing presents with the boys really a few years ago and said, we're just going to do trips, and they like it. They love it. And even when we asked them this year, like, hey, what do you want for Christmas? They were like, a pair of shorts, pair of pants. They weren't like, we need Nintendo 65, they didn't ask for any of that stuff.
You already got
So,
a lot of good toys there.
Yeah.
yeah.
We this was our first year that we did not.
We did a white elephant gift for the family.
Why did you do?
What?
He throws me off. Yeah, we didn't buy gifts this year. We did a white elephant thing, and we put the cap at $25.
I like it.
And we just got creative with it. And this was the first time that we didn't buy every single person a gift and have a huge limit, and
The grandbaby got got gifts, but all the kids are older and we're all older, and it's just like, I don't want them to be, they always give me something really good between the kids, but I was like, let's just all save money, and we all have kind
we're
of
all
what
blessed.
we want.
We all none of us need anything, I should say. So
That's
we
kind of how
didn't
we
do
are
it. And you know what? It just felt really freeing.
Yeah.
And especially when I went to the store, because I went to go get some snacks to put in my gift. There was nothing on the shelves anyways. I was like, I'm so glad I'm not trying to hustle to come up with presents.
It was really stress-free. I think that's the nice thing. You stress about what should you get this person? What should you do there? Did you get enough? Did you not spend enough? What if they got more for you? It's nice to have that carefree feeling and just know that, that's not what Christmas is about, is gifts. But again, it was nice to be with the family and spend time and just enjoy the day and enjoy the holiday. So.
Yeah,
we had fun, I think, because it was fun, like being able to steal other people's gifts, and and so it was just I thought it was successful. We might up the dollar amount next year just to get a little more creative with the gifts, but
the most hilarious thing is poor Chanel, the grandbaby. She got all her presents, but I thought about it afterwards, and I was like, what, we should let Chanel participate next year because it's fun. It's fun. So next, if she gets anything she doesn't like, we could just trade it after or whatever. So her dad said, why don't you pick for me, Chanel? She's a vegetarian. Her and Tiffany are vegetarians. And of course, when she picked, she would get the one present that had beef jerky and meat sticks and everything was meat. And her eyes just looked like she was, Andrew said he looked at her and she looked like she was going to cry. So he stole her gift so she can get another one.
And then I stole it from him, and twice stealing, I get to keep it because I wanted that beef jerky and that Farmer John's meat and cheese set and stuff. I was like, yeah.
So one of my friends from work, I said, I had to leave early. We're live streaming. She's like, shots.
Oh, she just texted shots. Cheers.
Thank you. Okay, we're gonna do a cheers.
Mr. Spaghetti.
Thank you, Mr. Spaghetti.
I don't know. I didn't think to get stuff to do shots with them.
Woo!
Oh my goodness gracious!
Because I have to work early in the morning, and
I'm not used to it.
I was surprised that Carrie was going to make it today because of the amount of work you've been doing lately.
It's been insane.
I know.
Are you going to interrupt us?
How many of you have seen the new Spider-Man movie? Oh, wait, we're going to talk about that. We're not going to do spoilers. I just want to say thank you to all of our friends who happen to be mods as well. DDG, Carla Kiko Adventures, part of Rosa's World, Juanito, who's always on vacation, which he's earned it. Alpha Traveler. I think Michael is as well, right?
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much. You guys have been with us forever as subscribers and friends, because all of you guys are friends, we're friends now. We've been friends for a while. And we just want to say thank you so much for your support, not just with the channel, but in being friends as well. We honestly appreciate each and every one of you more than, I'm getting teary-eyed. We appreciate you guys more than and if you don't know, we really do. We're blessed to call you guys friends. We spent time with all of you guys outside of the chat here, and we've gotten to know your families, literally, even Rosa's dad and kids, so it's just really sweet. And
her dad's awesome.
Yeah, we just want to say thank you guys. We really appreciate you guys, and we're blessed to be able to call you guys friends. And for all of you in the chat, thank you. Like Richard's been with us forever.
Yeah.
Is what I remember when I would live stream in the kitchen and Richard would be on. So and Ronnie's been here forever. All of you guys that have just been such just awesome to support us and be in the chat and comment. And it's fun to just BS with all of you guys on here. So I just wanted to take time to say that.
Joe Ross was laughing at you today when he was watching the video because you're like, it goes backwards? The roller coaster?
Because I hadn't seen anything.
But that's probably that, I have to say that it was probably you were probably the luckiest because out of all the rides, you had no idea what they would do. And so everything was like so like,
I'm like, it's going
whoa.
backwards. Especially that one that went backwards and I didn't know. I thought the whole ride was going to be backwards.
What is Mr. Spaghetti
Was
say?
that the ride?
Everest, the roller coaster?
That one.
Yes.
Josh told him it had to be $4.99 or above for him to take a shot.
No, we just took it.
I know, but Riker remembers that you told him he just wanted to give you a super chat, but
no, that
well,
was
I did. I it is. It's $4.99 above to take a shot, but for Mr. Spaghetti, you know, I mean, I don't know why.
But don't be pulling out all the $2 bills on us here. We gotta work. No, for Riker, that's different for Riker.
Ooh, that smells good.
So what? So how is that one? Like you have all the good stuff. I think.
He has his little mad face going on there.
So this one, so the new Bud Light Sour Seltzers are coming out next week. They'll be debuted.
Hi, Lisbeth. Sorry.
For
she rolled.
They're really gonna hit them hard for Super Bowl, but these ones are really good. They have great flavor. This one smells just like watermelon. It's gonna be like watermelon. They have a blue raspberry. Yeah, it tastes like a blue raspberry slushy from 7-Eleven.
Ooh,
oh, yeah,
dangerous.
it's super good. And then they have a green apple one.
I worry. The only thing I worry about with those seltzers is, can you drink those all night long, or are they too sweet to where you have a couple and then you kind of got to switch it up a little bit?
It'll be interesting to see because these are only the last of my samples. Again, they come out next week, so I haven't really gone after it.
You
as
haven't
far
tried
as
to sit there and drink all of them all
Michael?
night long, Michael.
You didn't try to go after it?
No. I don't know. Let me. I'll hold on.
Wait, can I say thank you to Elizabeth? Thank you for rolling in hard all the time, Elizabeth. Maybe this year in 2022 we'll finally get our food date.
Yeah, I hope so. Well, shots out for that.
Okay, and I don't know how many I could take. Okay. I think this might be my last. I got to work early.
Okay.
I got responsibilities now, you know.
Well, I can keep going because I don't work early. But because usually I'm like, oh, I want ciders, or oh, I want this, and I'll drink one or two, and then I'll be like, oh, I need something not so sweet. Kind of like what happened drinking around the world. It was like, I want all the hard liquor drinks, but they're all so sweet. I was like, okay, now I need a beer, you know?
Or Avengers Campus. Every single one of those drinks was way too
sweet.
Avengers
Campus at the drink place, the PIM tasting, all the hard liquor drinks, the first sip was like so good on all of them. But after you're done drinking the whole first one, you're like, okay, no more sweet for me. Give me a beer. Give me something that's savory or just, you know, a hard liquor that doesn't have so much.
You want a savory drink? You want it to taste like liver and onions?
Yes, I want a bacon in my whiskey drink or something. I don't know.
Oh my goodness. We watched this food vlogger that Josh, what's his name? The one that we like to watch, the guy that ate the bacon from Disneyland, the candied bacon.
Mikey Chen?
No, the funny guy.
Oh, the best food show ever. I don't know his name. He wears a red bandana on his head.
If you guys haven't heard of him, you got to watch his videos. He's great. But he went to Walt Disney World and he was trying to spend $100, and
I thought for sure you'd be able to spend $100 on food at Walt Disney World, right?
One person.
But he was only eating like more of the snacky type foods, I guess. No restaurants, and he missed it by like 30 cents or something like that.
He was so bummed out.
Oh,
but because he got like the candied bacon, he got the ice cream, and he got the Mickey pretzel, and a lot of carbs, man. I can see where you'd be like, okay, I'm tapping out. Turkey leg, turkey leg's a monster, right?
The big
chicken and waffles, a big lollipop, and I'm like, he could have threw in another candy bar and made that $100, but you
and I would have been able to spend $100 each.
Yeah,
like this.
Yeah, no problem. I think. Well, we did. We were there. We did. My wallet still says, never take me back to Disney World again.
Michael, how is this? What is it? The tossing game. I was going to say you need a bowling, but it's not bowling.
Cornhole?
Yeah, that.
What about it?
How is it? How do you like it? What are you doing?
Are you on hold with it right now? Is it not cornhole season right now?
Who's the champion? Who's the reigning?
No, it's been on hold just because of the holidays. It takes a lot to set the whole thing up when you have to put everything together, 5 boards, 6 boards, and then all the tablets and all the towers and the stands that keep all the scores
So
for
how many
everybody.
teams play?
I mean, we've had about 30 teams play at one time. Average is about 15 to 20 teams. So again, it takes a minute to get it all set up, and I can't do it by myself. So when my other board members don't make it or can't make it, where we pretty much just say it's going to be a minute.
A board member of this. You're not just a participant. I just thought you went and played.
I'm the president.
Are you the chairman of the
he's
board?
the president.
Yeah, I'm the president of the UNA Cornhole League. And
no wonder why you missed Tuesdays for cornhole. It's kind of
I know. Thing. Yeah, I had to run it all and get it all going. But I've kind of taught those guys how to do things. So there's been a couple times where I've had to work and they've taken care of things while I was not able to make it. So it is nice, but it's been slower just again because of the holidays. And then Evanston just got hit with a lot of snow. We didn't see any snow
see that.
Until just like mid-December, and it like dumped on us for 2 months. It was crazy.
We went from having below normal snowpack to now the mountains above us are roughly at 100%.
Yeah.
So
wow, what happens to the deers, my friend?
They all come down.
Yeah, they come down to lower elevation where they can.
They're out back right now.
So,
Carrie, what happened to your garden?
Oh,
does it freeze? And then you have to redo it again?
It's gone. It's always done by mid-fall, and then I just take everything out.
No wonder why you were surprised when my cherry tomatoes kept growing every year.
I can see you, Mr. Spaghetti.
Where's Mr. Spaghetti?
I saw him pop in there for a second.
He's in the background.
So do you guys have championships with your cornhole?
So what we do is we do like no, that was Riker. Or is she's back there somewhere, yeah.
It's Marmaduke. I see her booty. Yeah.
Where
glowing eyes.
I love that. I love that dog.
She's a lot of fun. So we just do a couple round robins, and then we do like a tournament at the end to kind of do that, and then we pay everybody out first, second, and third, just depending on what's going on.
Oh, there's money involved.
So do people have to pay to be in the tournament? Is that it?
Yep. So you pay $10 every week just to come play. And
is that per team or per person?
Per person.
Okay.
And that's pretty cheap compared to what a lot of people charge anywhere from 20 to 25 to go play every night, and that's per person. So it can get expensive. It can be, but it can be also really, pay really well if you win. So go ahead.
Do they have to bring their own board?
No, we set up all the boards. So my organization got together. There was 5 of us, and we pulled our own money out of our own pocket and bought cornhole boards. We now have 10 sets.
I don't know why I thought you guys would have made them. Somebody would have made them.
So that we did have somebody make them, but we bought from that person. Mm-hmm. So he makes professional cornhole boards, and he makes very nice ones. Yeah. And we bought them from him, and then we bought the tablets that run the program and the stands that hold the program. And then I think that's about it.
Because I always have I have the cheap cornhole boards.
They're always
great. And they're a little bit shorter, I think, than the professional ones. And I always look at the price of the real ones, and I'm like, I don't want to spend that money. And I just say, I'll just get that.
But they keep breaking.
I'll get the $79.99 ones instead of the $150 or $200 ones or whatever they are.
You might as well just get the expensive one. Your friend broke one of them. They keep breaking, so you might as well. But you know what? Carla and Kiko has some. I don't know if they're professional ones or not, but they painted them really cool.
Yeah, they had the Astro, the LA Dodgers, and the A's on their thing.
Theirs were really nice.
Now, can people bring their own bags?
Yeah, people do have to bring. I mean, we have some what they call house sets, but we bring. Everybody buys their own bags. So I have 2 sets now, maybe 3. And of course, I'm not as crazy as these other guys. They have 10, 15 sets of bags.
I think everybody should play with the same kind of bag. That's cheating. What is some are lighter, some are heavier, whatever.
Some are heavier, some are lighter, some
that's
some
not
stick,
fair.
But it's like a pool cue.
slide. But
not everybody plays with the same weight pool cue or the same width pool cue. You play with the pool cue
That
that
is
fits your
not
needs.
fair. I think somebody needs to
So
make
when
a
you go
bunch of
bowling, should
custom
you
ones.
play with the same
think
weighted
that's-
bowling ball?
Yes.
So I bowl with a 16 pound. You should bowl with that too.
No, but we're talking about beanbags or whatever.
I'm just saying.
same concept. Yep.
Yeah.
And it's totally different too when you play indoors compared to outdoors. When it's raining, when it's snowing, when it's windy, you play with different bags. It's like pulling a golf club out. You don't hit a driver on the green, and you don't use
Michael.
you don't put a putter on the sand.
You do if you're Becky. She might hit her driver on the green.
Well,
Yeah.
You
it's
never
okay.
know.
Carrie, do you golf?
Yes, she
Yes.
does, and
You
she's
golf,
good.
or you just go to the driving range?
She does both.
I'm only good enough to go on the driving range. I want to get to golfing.
Becky, you're good enough to go golfing. You
don't have to. You don't have to hit every shot. You can just go along and hit a few shots.
You told me that I can't go on a professional. You can't say I can't go on a golf course yet.
Well, because you have a temper.
I do not.
And you get mad.
I do not.
And you get frustrated because you're not.
Oh my God.
She expects to go out there and play like what she sees on TV.
Tiger Woods.
Yeah, and I'm like,
stuff, huh?
I've been playing my whole life and I don't play like that.
But
what do you mean?
But
you
isn't
would?
the goal to hit the ball in at the amount of balls they tell you, the times they tell you hit it in?
Yeah.
I mean, it is, but really, I just like to go and try and hit the ball and have some fun. And really,
fun.
You know, I played sports forever.
Drink.
I've
Smoke a cigar.
I've
have
played.
some fun.
I'm an athlete at heart. You wouldn't be able to tell now that I'm older. So I like to win.
Well, no, it'd be good is if all four of us went golfing and we did like a best ball.
Yes, but you know what?
yeah, that would be fun.
Yep.
Here's what happens.
Becky, it's not about golfing. Isn't about winning when you're out doing like. If the four of us went and played, it wouldn't be about who wins.
But you know what happens? I get
You're
mad.
winning against yourself. Nobody else.
That's what I get mad at. I get mad that I'm not good all the time.
It would be more or
if I
less
could
like
drive the
winning if you
ball
were
down
drinking.
the middle, 150 yards, I'm really happy. But when I start,
and I would be really sad.
So when I start not hitting the ball all the time, right? It frustrates me, and my softball swing comes out.
No, but you do hit it right a lot.
True.
I know.
You get it right.
The problem that happens is my softball swing comes out. And
So you know what you do, Becky? You know what you do?
What?
You turn all the way to the left and you play into your
That's what I
softball
have
swing.
to do.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
So frustrating.
I play a fade. So
Woo, 2022.
Who's ready for 2022?
Quarantine.
Okay, so what are you guys doing on New Year's Eve?
We don't have any plans. We'll just kind of be home hanging out. What about you guys?
Oh, I'm working New Year's Eve, New Year's Day.
So New Year's Eve is a really big surgery day. Like we have so many surgeries that day.
Scheduled?
Are you serious?
Crazy.
Scheduled?
Yeah.
Why do
Oh,
they
yeah.
schedule them on New Year's Eve?
That's the last.
Is that like insurance reasons? Like they have to use up
Yeah.
their insurance money?
Oh, I thought they
Yeah.
were drunk.
Yep, because they've all hit their deductible, so it's all free. Well, it's
Yeah.
not free, but it's cheaper.
Well, yeah.
'Cause I know, like I think like the month of December for dentists is a huge month because people have to use up their insurance money for that year before, because you only have a certain amount of money coverage each year dental wise.
Yeah.
So they're
Yep.
trying to use it up, and they got to use it up. So December's a big month for dentists, and then
So October through December are really busy months. And then historically January, February are busy months because the last 3 months of the year, people are trying to get their surgeries in because they've met their deductible or they think they've met their deductible. So they need to get their procedures in. And then the first couple of months, people are thinking, oh, well, I need to do this big surgery. It'll get the deductible met. So they'll do it then as well.
Michael, couldn't you read Richard the Andes?
okay, I'm gonna put this one right here,
Michael,
or the
can
one
you read
this one,
that
this
for
one,
me?
this one, or the one above it.
That
Oh,
one.
you want me to read it?
I want you to read this on the screen, Michael.
Do it.
I'm trying to read it off of that screen. Maybe I should read it off of this one.
Yeah.
I can't make it any bigger.
Do you want me to wait a minute?
Aquí la stroma. Hey, otra pez en el mar. I
Pretty good,
butchered
yeah.
that.
Pretty good.
I have no
Deanda,
idea what it means.
Richard Deanda, from on a scale of 1 to 10, how well did Michael do?
1 being the worst, 10 being the best.
Shit.
Hey,
Shoot.
Becky,
Yes.
you'll have to.
Hi, Amy.
One day I'll have to tell you the story of how I got into golfing. It's quite a funny story. So
Now as
I
we're
have
talking,
one too. Can we
as we're
talk
talking
it
about
here?
this, hold on. Did you guys? We have our Instagram thing. Did you guys see the thing I told you to read out letter by letter?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't get it.
Well, think of it in Spanish, and it's really bad.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay.
Yeah.
So,
So
Carrie,
I'm not gonna say it here.
are
then.
we able to share that golf story on the stream? Because I'll tell you, he gave you a 3. Rosie
Yeah.
gave you a 4.
yeah, of course I can share it. There's nothing bad it's just kind of funny. So I had never golfed until I got together with Michael, and we went a couple of times. Why are you rolling your eyes?
I'm gonna
He is.
drink
I saw
my
it.
drink.
I saw it. And now he's
I
selling
know.
back. Look at
It's
him.
so rude. And I was really frustrated because the times where he tried to teach me, it just wasn't good. He's not a
Right?
good
That's what I'm
he's
saying.
not a good teacher for me.
Josh is very militant.
Hey, put your hands down and be quiet. This is my story. I can tell it as big as I
I
want.
didn't say you couldn't. Go ahead.
I don't make funny faces.
Do your
when you're
thing.
telling your
You do too.
giant lines of
You do
BS.
too.
Anyway, so he bought me some golf clubs, and I was really mad because I did not enjoy golfing. I thought that I hated it, and I thought it was BS. And then he had the audacity to sign me up. He seriously had the audacity to sign me up for golf lessons.
Oh,
so good.
Michael. You
I-
didn't sign me up for
You
golf
got luck.
lessons.
You got.
I was pissed.
Josh
to say
Because
the least.
because she was like, you don't know how to teach, you don't know how to do this, you're just making me feel like an idiot. And
And he
you start, I'm like, you know what?
does.
Fine. I'll just let you. I'll sign you up for lessons with the golf pro. You do it.
Was it like Tin Cup, Carrie?
So I don't know. I've never seen that.
Oh crap. Never mind.
So I went to the
Kevin
golf
Costner.
lessons, and I was so mad. The only reason I went to the golf lessons is because I wanted to prove to him that I sucked at golf and that I hated it and that it was a waste of my time. Well, the golf pro was very kind and showed me how to, hold the club.
It
and how
is
to
Tin
swing.
Cup, Michael.
And then I just loved it. I enjoyed it. And I thought, this is really good. And from there, I don't know. I really like it. I still suck at it, but
Thank you,
I really like it.
Thank you so much. Welcome.
Yeah, but you know what though? That's so funny because you're like, I'm gonna show him.
I
Screw
know.
him. I'm gonna hate golf. Nobody can hate golf that actually plays golf.
I know, right?
So, you know what happened to me, Carrie? Is that we were all at the bar, Glory Days out in Long Beach. Myself, Josh's brothers, Josh and his dad. I'm the only female that is allowed to party with the guys, apparently. So we're out
Right.
drinking. We're kind of sloshed. I beat his brother at pool. I sliced the 8-ball. The 8-ball was up the very, very middle of the pool table, right at the edge, touching the edge. And I sliced the 8-ball into the corner pocket and won.
Woo-hoo.
Yes, I did. Could never do that again because I can't play pool. It was a lucky thing. But anyways, we went to the driving range, and him, Josh's brothers and his dad, they were all taking turns hitting the ball, and they were just trash talking. They could not stop trash talking. Hey, Brian! Woo woo!
Brian rolling
Viva
in.
Nueva!
That's my super
He
cat.
wants to go hunting with Michael.
I think because it was mentioned Michael's name, he has to take a shot.
Michael, you have to take a shot because he mentioned your name. So,
Okay.
Carrie, they're trash talking, right? Like really hard. And then they're like, Becky, you go up and hit the ball. I was like, hell no. You guys just want to make fun of me, right? Because I've never touched a club in my life. No, go up and hit the ball. And I didn't want to do it. And they kind of badgered me a little bit. So I went up to hit the ball. Carrie, 100 yards. Nailed it. And they're like,
Nice.
they're like, do that again. I was like, no. Went up, nailed it again. 3 times in a row, just hit the ball. And Josh's dad is like, hey, she's kind of a natural at this. You should get her some clubs. Got me clubs, and I do love it.
And ever since that, she hasn't been able to hit the ball.
Oh,
No, I do love it, but you know what happens is I end up wanting to hit the ball hard, so I pull out my softball swing, and then it messes everything up, and then I get frustrated because I like being good at whatever I do. Right, I need to be good at it from the beginning. I don't know how to work my way into that.
We have a saying that says, it's okay to hit the ball like you're mad at it, but not like you want to kill it. Becky tries to kill it, and it throws her all out of whack because her body goes all over the place when she tries to kill it, and then she can't make contact.
But does that surprise anybody?
Very nice.
No, it doesn't surprise me.
Try to kill the ball?
Because I totally get it.
And then, ooh.
Salud.
Salud.
Thanks, Brian.
Cheers. Woo. So we're going to have to, we can't talk, I'll talk about it later. Okay. In San Antonio, Texas, I saw one of your little travel
trailers that you're interested in buying. It was
Amy,
cute.
how did you like it? Did you? Oh, which one? The pop-up or the meerkat?
Ooh.
We're looking into the meerkat now, guys, instead of the pop-up.
I thought you were getting a travel van.
No, well.
Oh,
you missed it.
Why am I not in the loop on this? What happened?
So here's the deal. So the travel van, I would love to get a travel van, right? I would love to do that. But I misjudged the market and misjudged the resale values and figured, after COVID times, which we're still in, I guess. So, I thought the availability of them would be higher. People would want to get rid of the ones they bought. But it seems like everyone's really falling in love with this van life. I mean, it's like, it's not going away anytime soon.
I heard that older van life people, not older in age, but people that have been van lifing for a long time are starting to get out of van life because they can't just book their reservations where they want anymore. There's like months out waiting.
What's tough? Like if you go to Joshua Tree, and if you're going to a campsite in Joshua Tree, not even a RV resort or anything, just a campsite.
DDG says update time.
Weekends and stuff, they're just booked.
She saw the pop-up. So she saw the A-liner. Amy, wait till you see this.
It's not, the picture's not okay, guys.
So
I don't know.
Continue with the story and tell them what happened. So then we're looking at pop-ups.
So for the vans, and the prices are just like ridiculous right now. And so I thought I was going to be able to get a good deal on maybe a used one. And it's just, and then also with the chip issue with Fords and stuff like that. And babe, did you forget to open your mouth and drink your drink?
I forgot to pour it at my mouth.
I don't know if you just noticed, Becky just went to take a drink and poured it everywhere. Like, okay.
She's got some extra stars now.
Yeah. So it was so I still want the van. It's just I don't think the timing is going to be right. It's not going to be a great investment for us at the moment. So what we're doing is, and I'll get it up here in a second as soon as
then we wanted the pop-up. We found, because then we realized we live in a homeowners association. So we can't park a trailer out on the sidewalk or in the driveway. They don't let you do that. So we needed something that would be able to go into the garage. So then we found the A-liner pop-ups. So they fit in the garage lengthwise, widthwise, height-wise, and then it pops up like easy step. In under a minute, you can pop it up. But then as we started researching, I told Josh, I think we just like to research. So after thousands of videos that we watched, we realized that they end up having problems with the insulation, with dripping water or air or whatever it is, or condensation. And so then we started looking into other things. But one of the things is that we want a toilet, I want a kitchen. And we're trying to figure out what's the best thing that we can do. So led us to our discovery of this adorable little thing that I'm in love with. And
good night, Rosa. Thanks for joining.
Hi, Rosa. Bye, Rosa. Love you. Is she leaving?
Yeah, she said she said good night.
Okay.
I don't know why I can't get the
so we want the meerkat. Show them a video. So what we want is the meerkat. It is so tiny, but it is so cute. It has so much storage in it. It has a toilet. We already know how to jimmy a stand-up shower in it.
There's a toilet underneath this thing here.
But we already figured out how we can do like a hanging thing. And hey, Brian and Carla and Richard, We figured, you know how our grandmas used to take us a bath in the tina? We can get a plastic one, put it in there, a pump shower, and I could make a curtain. So
I don't know why this picture is not showing up.
So we found these meerkats.
Does it come with the cat in the picture?
I wish.
Right?
So I don't wish because I can't do cats, but this thing will fit in our garage. And then it has this centerpiece there that will literally pop up and make it 6 feet tall. So you can stand up in the trailer when you're cooking. So it has the full kitchen. It has a toilet. It has the dining area that converts into a bed. And it has a lot of storage space. It has more storage space than a teardrop.
Will your new car pull it?
Yes.
Pulls
So
the weight.
weight-wise, I just have to. So the other thing I have to do is I have to get a hitch for my car.
Oh, put a tow package on it?
Yeah, and that's about $1,500
Amy
bucks
says to wait
installed.
for the travel van.
Wait, no, but well,
do not skimp on your tow package.
Well, I'm
so
gonna get
$1,500 is a good price. You will definitely feel it if you skimp on your tow package. So
Well, that's,
Amy knows.
well, so the tow package comes from, because I have a Toyota now, so it's actually from the dealer, and it's
Don't show the picture.
it's from them, you know. So
before
they
you show the picture, Amy, why do you say wait for the travel van? I'm curious before you show the picture.
well, because I still want the travel van, but I think the travel van honestly is probably
2-3 years out, right?
2 to 3 years out is what I think.
But I heard that the camper vans, once you buy them, they decrease in value tremendously once you drive it off the lot.
Most likely.
Well, I'm sure, but I mean, it's not as it's a $20,000
Carla said
investment versus
$1,500. Hers was $600 from U-Haul.
Yeah, well, that's why I want to be careful. I don't want to get. I don't know if I, but the parts for the hitch or whatever you call it, the tow package, whatever you call it, the bar. I don't know the names of all the stuff, but the bar you install is a few $100s. Then you have to get the wiring, the electrical, which is money, and then you have to get the ball for the end, and the labor is what really is going to cost a lot to install it.
So, Amy,
But I definitely want to get the one from Toyota because it's made by Toyota and it goes on the Toyota probably perfectly. I don't know if that's smart or not, but
hi, Disney Adventure Vlog. So, Amy, here's the deal.
I'm looking at Michael when I'm talking about that.
Yeah, we need Michael to come down when we get our hitch because we have no idea what we're doing.
That's good. I think it's good to go with what you have. But even with Carla, where she said $600, a lot of people go and get the $200 one because that's what works. That's what they can afford. But then they're pulling their trailer, and all of a sudden their trailer's in the rearview mirror with their hitch. Yeah. And it's not on the car anymore. It's bad. So,
and I want to, I figured I'll get the one that's made specifically for my car.
I think that's smart.
And it'll be installed by, the dealer. So I'm sure there's some sort of warranty or something. And I know it's going to be correct. I'm not going to install it myself. Hell no.
Josh is not an installer. And
there's electrical to it too, because you got to install, the electrical. So then you can attach it for the brakes and stuff like that. But
do you guys want to see this little adorable thing that I am in love with?
So yes. that's the meerkat.
I could park this in front of your house and sleep in there, guys. And Carla, I already told Carla I can go visit you and sleep in here.
And here's let me see if I can find
it. It is so freaking cute. Look at that.
See, that's what I need. I need something that's under 7 feet tall so it can go into the garage.
This guy pulled it on his Scion.
Like it.
That's cool.
That is cool.
So it's 15 feet with the whole package is 15 feet with the tow and everything.
And it extends to 7 too?
So it'll fit in the garage, and then it extends up. It has a pop-up so you can stand up in it. And you only need to stand up in the front because the back part's the seating. So the front part right here is where the kitchen is and where you would be standing if you're inside.
I think this is 37,000 or 27.
20,000 plus whatever extras you get.
Yeah, so it's about 20,000, but look at the inside. I just have so many cute ideas on how to totally make this boho. I want a solid, a light color. We would definitely get the outside black.
I don't know what boho is.
What is boho?
I thought for sure that Becky was going to say, I know how to make this bougie.
Well, bougie boho. Boho is them where they do the macrame and just have it with plants and very airy and very earthy and relaxing and bohemian.
Oh, gotcha.
And then we'd have to use a cassette toilet if we wanted to go in the place.
That's a new name for like an Etsy shop you can start with macrame. Just call it Bougie Boho.
Bougie Boho. Bougie Becky is what I should say, because everything I want has a big price tag.
Same.
And we have a in our backyard, in our alley, we have a dump station, so you can dump your trailer when you're done.
Yes,
it's right. You don't have to go to any place.
Look at this kitchen, you guys. Show them the kitchen.
Well, it's very small. The kitchen's not really a kitchen. It's a sink with a countertop.
Sink, countertop, pull-out stove. It has the refrigerator on the bottom. Yeah. What I like about this more than the pop-up didn't have very much storage. This has a hanging wardrobe. It has a storage under the hanging wardrobe. All those drawers are storage above, storage on the opposite end, and storage underneath the seat.
But the standing up part, but we still, we haven't actually gone and seen these things. So like we still have to go and like look at this stuff to really see, what it is where we want. Because there was another one too. The A-liners is that we're looking at too. So
I'm going to answer Disney Adventure Vlogs. He says, next week I'm flying to Los Angeles, but I'm afraid that my flight will be canceled due to weather and staff shortages. Here in Seattle, we had over 280.
Damn it, Carla.
Ooh.
I'm sorry.
What? Why did you
say
that?
Because I wanted to do it, and she could beat me to it.
What? What did you do?
She's being a good mod.
Okay.
Oh.
Thank you, Carla.
I totally missed it.
I know you did.
I actually miss my friends. I haven't seen them since December, and it feels like a million years.
Weird. What is it? 17 days? Some change?
She's look at her bathing in it. Like, do you see her, Michael?
What happened?
Look at Carla's comments, Michael.
I know.
LOL, I beat him. Ha 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 ha.
Oh.
I said 17 days and change.
Well, I know you get to go see her.
So, Carrie, here's the A-liner that we're thinking about. Now, we want to go and look at these. And Josh and I decided there's a place in San Diego that we can look at them and we can rent them for a week. So we think before we even buy anything that we may go to San Diego, rent a Meerkat for days.
Do it.
And then rent a pop-up and see what fits us more.
But I have to buy the tow package before I get that.
Yes, DDG, we have the best mods ever. We've seen these mods take down. Do you guys remember when we had those trolls that were just hitting us left and right, and the mods just took them out? And the funny thing is, everybody was laughing like, "Yeah, we got it."
Yeah, they're like, "We got this."
So look at this, Carrie.
I'm trying to get a picture that I can pull up.
So I think that's a great idea, Becky and Josh, to go rent one and try it out.
Yeah.
In fact, that
is a great one.
We had campers and we did that, and unfortunately we got rid of ours, and we just if we want to go camping, we rent it. Because one thing that we had to take into account was that you have to pay for insurance, you have to pay for licensing, and then in Wyoming, it's a little easier. In California, well, I don't know, maybe not. You have to find storage when you're not using it. So there was just
a really cute pop-up.
You definitely have to find storage over here, but that's why we're doing the pop-up, because
that
one in
the whole top folds down.
It fits in the garage.
That's really neat.
So this whole top folds down at that crease right there. All of that folds down flat, and there.
You could unfold it and fold it within a minute. We've seen people do it in like 30 seconds, but you can do it in a minute.
That you said leaks though?
No, you get condensation, but I think that's the older models.
So there's no, so it's pretty, and I've looked up things like, so where the roof basically overlaps, so there's no water coming into it, but I guess if you're in really cold areas and you're heating the inside, you're going to get condensation buildup at the top. And so people have had drips of water from the condensation, but I don't know. So,
Puerto bien, amigo. Yo también pierdo ir para un nuevo.
Huh?
I was just reading Carla's comment.
Yeah, so this is one that we were looking at too, because it has a sofa, turns into a bed. It has a shower and a toilet inside of it with the sink and the stove and the refrigerator. but like Becky said, there's not a lot of storage because the whole top portion you can't put cabinets because it has to fold down flat. But the thing is with these is they're within our weight limit of towing. So that's
Those are cool.
So
my sister has a pop-up camper, and I know she and her husband have enjoyed it, but
yeah. So the dream is really like the van is kind of really what I want, but do I want to make that $150,000 investment right now, which is what they're pretty much going for?
Oh,
Like you probably get it. You could probably find one for $100,000, but like for what we want to in a van, like, it's going to be over $100,000.
That pop-up you just showed me is 100 and
no,
some odd thousand?
that pop-up. No, the pop-up is that's like 20 to 30, I think, thousand.
Okay.
But like a Class B van, like the Van Life vans, I mean, those are over $100,000.
Yeah,
that's a lot.
So it's a big investment, and especially like where we're living now, like that would have to be her daily driver. It'd have to be Becky's because I work too far, so I couldn't use that as my daily driver.
Well, I think it's smart to kind of check out other things until you're ready to make that investment, and maybe in a couple of years things will kind of mellow out to where it's more affordable.
And we were this close to buying a toy hauler that actually hauled our side-by-side in it, but was ginormous enough that it would hold us and quite a few other people in it too.
Hold on.
So could somebody please list Timeout with Michael's channel? We have somebody that wants to subscribe. Sorry.
Okay.
It was important.
It was important. No, but now for you guys, would you be allowed to store your toy hauler in your back, or do you have to store it in a storage yard?
No, we would store it in our back. Thanks, Carla and Kiko.
Thank you, Carla.
We can store it in the back, and in fact, I put my back pad back there. It's a app called Neighbor, and anybody that wants to store their camper or boat during the time, they can always come back there because we have that extra room.
We have Pete McDevitt show in the house. Welcome.
Hey,
Pete.
there's Pete.
Everybody say hi to Pete.
Hey, Pete. Hey, Pete.
So, Michael, one of the things I was concerned about is I told Josh, I thought we wanted to be stealth and move all over the place. And then I said, you know what? I don't have as much vacation hours as Josh. I really can't go cross country or a whole week trip like Josh can.
Yeah.
So one of the things that we're considering as well, on top of it, if that was me spilling stuff on top of his computer, I would get in trouble.
So I didn't.
Your butt would be handed to you
Even
by
if
now.
I didn't spill it, if I would have dropped something, that would have been trouble. So one of the things that we thought of is we're really going to be using it for weekend, 4-day trips.
Weekend warriors,
Or if we do have a 1-week vacation, like let's say we wanted to go see you, because I already told Carrie I need a week to go to your house. We can use it at that time, but I told him, but what about the weather? And we would be using it like if it's summer, then we hit the beach cities. You know what I mean? We'd be using it off season. And in California, the great thing that we have in California is we can put this on like a campsite on the beach, have our car, unhitch it from the Toyota, and still go into downtown San Diego, which I want to go to Michael and Carrie to downtown San Diego. That's one of my
love that
to-do list. So we can go to San Diego, we can go to Joshua Tree, we can go so many places in California and drive to wherever we want to visit. We can go up to your guys' house, we could go visit Carla Kiko, and we don't have to worry about it. Josh is like, and when people come visit us, they could go sleep in the camper in the garage.
Yeah.
I was like, you're so funny.
Right, Michael? I mean, So, and I think
I was gonna say, you don't have to
there's so much like, we watch all these videos and stuff, and people are in these things in the snow and stuff like that. I'm like, I don't want to do that. Like, I don't want to be in this thing in the snow. So I'm like, no, we're out here in California, like during the winter time. It's great. We can go anywhere, and it might be cold, but there's not gonna be snow.
You don't want to haul that thing here in the winter.
No, you'd freeze. There's people that put their campers out and camp out in those things.
Their pipes freeze.
And their pipes freeze. It's horrible. Frozen. It's bad. Yeah. And that's why you store it here in Wyoming.
Yeah.
Why?
Hold on 1 second. Becky's completely distracted by her
I'm
earpod,
sorry. Somebody just threw me an earpod for no reason.
which is yours.
But they didn't say they wanted me to listen to something I was listening to. I don't know.
So like, but I hear that they got to winterize it and all this stuff, and I'm just like, I don't want to deal with any of that. I don't want to be in Montana in the winter or Wyoming in the winter. I don't want to be there unless I'm inside Michael's house with a warm fire or something.
Michael, your house is so cozy and comfortable.
We can have a fire now.
House.
Yeah, we can have a fire now.
We got our chimney cleaned, so we can put a fire in the
wood.
wood.
Are we supposed to clean those?
Yeah, you have to. It caused a fire.
But so we're just thinking too, like, why not for the first initial fund do something a little bit more cost effective to make sure too.
Well, hey, Josh he doesn't camp, so he doesn't even know if he's.
We used to camp all the time with our kids. What are you talking about?
But I'm saying
I would go camping with my. Yeah.
You want me to tell you my camp? You want me to tell you my camping story?
Yes. Hope is
right.
it better than Josh abandoning us with the
swarm
of bees?
Oh yeah. So I camped all my life. That's all I did when I was younger. We went and camped. We lived in Yellowstone at a place called Astoria. It was a hot springs owned by Arnold Schwarzenegger. Way cool, way fun. That's all I did when I was younger was camp. And so, me and Carrie, we get married, and I said we should go camping, and she's like, I don't camp.
She glamped.
What do you mean you don't camp? She's like, I just don't do it. And I'm like, well, okay, explain. Let's go into this further. She's like, I don't sleep on the ground. I'm like, oh, so if I get like these really nice cots, you'll sleep on it? Yeah, absolutely. So I got this ginormous tent and got these nice cots. And I'm like, let's go camping. She's like, yeah, I don't do that. I'm like, well, what do you mean? You just told me you'd go camping if I got you a cot. And she's like, no. I'm like, so if I get us a camper, you'll go camping with us? Oh yeah. If you get me a camper, we'll go camping. She didn't say like luxurious 5-star Hampton Inn sweet camper with the heart-shaped tub and all of that. She just said camper. So yeah, I got a camper and it was kind of cheap and
cheap-ass camper.
It did the job.
Really cheap.
Okay,
and so I'm like, hey, let's go camping. And so she said, I don't do that kind of camping. And I'm like, what do you mean you don't do that kind? That's a crappy camper. I'm not camping in that.
That's not what I said.
That's pretty much what she said. I'm leaving out the words, the colorful words, because this is a family show.
Can we talk about the spiders and the mouse droppings all over the camper?
All over Wyoming.
I'm all freaked out that
all over Wyoming.
The camper has like hobo spiders and
all over Wyoming.
Well, you would clean the camper before you go, right?
Yeah, so we cleaned the camper. She ended up going camping once or twice. It was fun, and we ended up selling the camper. And
I did go.
She did go, but it was kind of funny because it was like, no, I'm not going to do this. So I upgraded. No, I'm not going to do this. So I upgraded, and
I am so sorry. Carla says, laughing out loud, I love camping. Kiko and I have been wanting to go forever. We have only camped in the backyard. I love it, amiga.
I love camping. It's a fun thing. You go out, the stars, no technology.
Is amazing.
Camping on the trampoline.
You talk about how you went camping all the time as a kid. Where did I spend all of my summers as a child?
In the kitchen.
The freaking mountains.
Oh.
Camping.
So when I was a kid, my aunt used to take us camping all the time. We'd go up to Herky Creek and Ottawa, and we'd sleep in the tents. I don't remember much. It wasn't like something that I had to do. I just remember liking to be by the creek or the river and the plain part. In my like 18, 19, 20, 21, we would go.
You are my girl. Thank you so much.
I like camping if there's a key card.
That is so hilarious. That is Brittany's camping. So we would go camping
room service.
When in my early 20s, and in the desert, when you go to India, Coachella Valley, you'd go ride the bikes, or I don't know how to ride the bikes. I'm just saying that right now. I would just go for the camping part. But I had a 4x, and we would literally just sleep in the back of the bed of the truck, and the stars would be above us, and sit by the bonfire and stuff. And I love it. And then when I married Josh and we would go camping, one of my favorite things to do, I didn't mind sleeping in the tents, one of my favorite things to do is to cook breakfast on an open fire outside, like to make the coffee in the little percolator and bacon and egg. I just something about cooking breakfast on a campfire just does it for me. I just love camping. For a couple of years, we would go for Easter. The whole family would go. We rent at the little campsites, nothing dangerous, but just the campsites. We'd all get a spot and we'd have Easter camping. And I don't want to do anything crazy. I would like to just go for the weekend with Josh and get away. We really enjoyed ourselves when we went to Sedona and sat out by the creek for a couple of hours. I would really like to just get away with Josh, park the Meerkat, sit outside.
Ross's comment.
What happened?
He says, I used to camp all the time, but we called it deployment.
That is so funny. That's not.
That's hardcore camping.
That's not a choice in it. That's not when it's fun.
Zion National Park, Brian, is so beautiful, so fun, so awesome. I've camped there several times there.
My dad lives like 40 minutes from there, like right down the freeway.
And I don't get me wrong, I am not a camping survivalist that knows what to do. I think it's because I just go like for a weekend here and there that I think it's so great. You know what I mean? Because I don't have to rough it. But I remember going camping as a teenager, and my aunt and my uncle had a pop-up. I thought it was the fanciest thing ever because I had never been in a pop-up, and we were blow drying our hair as teenagers inside the pop-up. But I think it would be nice to go with Josh and have that little place where we can eat, have our drinks, have a fire, and then go into town. And like we can go to Carlsbad and camp, and then go into Carlsbad and eat pizza and do our little thing, and then come back to the trailer. We might end up renting a room because we don't like it, but hey, that's fine. I don't mind.
Yeah, I don't know. I think
it sounds like a good idea.
I think it's a good idea.
It's all silent now.
Yeah, I mean,
give it a shot. Why not?
Hey, so I got to talk about this. We talked about the snow. We talked about
the rain,
the
sun,
and then what about toilets? What was toilets?
Oh my God, Michael, I'm so proud of myself today. I had to go buy some parts for so my daughter, she
Jessica.
Like a month ago, last month, she ordered a bidet that you install on your current toilet. So that way they can spray their bung holes and clean them with water and use less toilet paper and save the environment and suck up all the water we don't have here in California by spraying your dirty butthole. But it's I was like, okay, you got it, you install it, right? And so of course you got the cheap one on Amazon, and the T valve or whatever it is it really needs like 2 or 3 washers in it.
All you men would be so proud of Josh. She Googled it
to install it, because so basically you install that, and as much as it will screw on, it'll still leak. So I was like, nope, took that out, said your bidet's installed, but we're not actually going to be able to use it because I'm not connecting it because you don't have the valves.
So when you guys
it's not in my restroom, it's in their restroom.
DDG's like, ew.
Right. So today she ordered a better valve and so on and whatever, and I went to install it, and it still needed an extra washer, but because she had a different one, I put an extra washer in there, and it worked fine. But because the knob, and I don't know all the technical terms here, but the knob that you turn, the valve that you turn from the wall to the hose to go up to the toilet is so old, when everything else was working fine, that started dripping a little bit. Because it probably hadn't been turned very much.
When you do plumbing, it's always going to be something. He's like, Josh, speak for your own butthole. Mine's clean as it.
Mine's good too. I use moist wipes, wet wipes too, so I'm good. But I'm sorry,
Carrie, we're talking about buttholes now.
Yeah. But
this is what it's come to.
It's right up her alley. It's right up her alley.
I'm a nurse. Nothing phases me.
So, Carrie, if I go over there, do you guys do colonoscopies?
We sure do.
Yep. She's good at those.
I have to go up to Wyoming to get a colonoscopy.
Dr. Barton does a good job.
She messes with every person she knows.
Okay, so here's my question. Does it show up on like a video screen of what?
Don't say that, Michael. That didn't sound good.
Washed out.
I know it doesn't sound
Everybody that she knows that goes and gets a colonoscopy, she messes with.
good. Well, I don't know what you're talking about.
She does.
What are you talking about?
You messed with me.
You're
So
my
Michael,
husband.
you got a colonoscopy?
No, he had an upper scope.
I had an
done.
upper scope done.
There's
So what's
nothing
that
to
mean?
that.
The scope goes in and just looks around?
Yeah, so it goes in your mouth and down your esophagus and looks at your esophagus and your stomach.
Oh, but not through the back end.
Not yet.
Not the back door.
I'm not allowed to have that one yet.
So, Carrie, this is a real question, actually. What age do you recommend a colonoscopy?
Your age.
45.
Huh?
Your age.
45 is the recommended age now.
So you're saying, so dang it. She's saying I'm supposed to go get one.
Yep.
Yeah.
You've been supposed
Is
to.
it
I did
scary?
mine. No. The worst part is the prep. So the day before.
They shave you in your
Oh,
stomach?
Gary's a
No.
professional.
Oh, the drink.
No.
The
So the day
drink.
before you have your procedure, you are on a clear liquid diet only. No solid food whatsoever the day before your procedure. And then you have to do 2 rounds of the prep. And they either give you the prep in a liquid form or a pill form. And then you have to follow that by like 32 ounces of water. And nobody tells you, unless you have a nice nurse like me, how sore your hind end is going to be from using the bathroom so much. You
So
know,
you're clearing
then,
yourself out, basically.
yeah,
A lot.
you clean yourself out. And
Can you
Let
do
me-
that without having to do the colonoscopy? Is that like a good diet or what?
no,
Sorry.
It's
I'm sorry.
horrible.
I'm sorry.
no, it's
I take 2 days off and I lose 10 pounds because I just went.
No,
and went,
I had to drink it. You
Pretty
drink
much.
the nasty lemon flavor. I had the nasty ass lemon flavored one. You drink that thing, and man, you are cleared out. It is bad.
Yep.
I remember when I was little, this is probably too much information, but I had to have something like that, a scope like that, the rear end scope. And it was like I was awake
Yeah,
and
they used to not sedate you like they do
and
now.
I was like, I felt like a balloon inside my stomach. And then like, I don't know. I was 11 and I was really embarrassed because things didn't
It's
go
not
so
fun,
well.
JT.
It was horrible.
So they sedate you now, or so are
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
out
they
or
give
you're
you-
awake?
They give you a nice propofol nap.
Listen to
It's like-
Rosie A.
So you fall
It is
asleep.
like the greatest sleep ever.
Listen to Rosie A. She said, I had a colonoscopy 6 years ago. It was easy and no issue after.
So
It's
what are
really
you? What
not
what
that
is the
bad.
purpose of it? What are you looking for?
Polyps.
Polyps.
Cancer.
I'm talking
Yeah.
to the nurse.
Well, Becky knows too.
Well,
Yeah, so they're
do you,
checking in-
Carrie, do you think I believe Becky when she speaks? No, I believe you.
Yes. She's a smart girl. So yeah, they're checking for polyps, making sure you don't have any early signs of colon cancer. And you wouldn't believe the amount of people we have come in that are in their late 60s, early 70s that have never had colonoscopies and we're finding colon cancer. And the doctor says, if these guys would have came in 5-10 years ago, this could have all been avoided.
So
And
go
it's
get
just
your
because-
colonoscopy.
And it's just because people are so afraid of the unknown and doing the prep, and that's another thing that's really frustrating is you'll have people eat the day before and they don't get a
Ew.
good clean out. And then the doctor can't see anything. And then they're all mad because they're thinking it's his fault, but they don't follow the prep instructions. So
No, I'm all about following the rules and following what I'm supposed to do. But
Except for getting the colonoscopy.
no, I would go get it. I have no problem. I just didn't know I thought I was supposed to be 50. I didn't know I was supposed to be 45.
No, 50.
the new
they take
recommended
the poop
age is 45 now.
sample. So 50, they take the poop sample, huh, Carrie?
Well, I think
we
they
hear
did that
they do.
before then too. So
So the bidet, sir.
So the bidet,
so,
yeah.
so I had to rebuild and because of the fixture that's on the walls on there so tight, I didn't want to damage anything. When I went to Home Depot, I found things to rebuild the parts to the screw to basically make it seal right. Basically, I fixed the toilet and the bidet works. I didn't test
good.
it out. I didn't test it out myself though.
He's so proud of
But-
himself, Michael, because he is not one to have to use a screwdriver.
Look, last month I installed a garbage disposal, which I never done before. This time
I just tell you, COVID got this guy learning how to install stuff and fix things for himself.
Okay, Juan says, I'll keep reminding you, Josh. Okay, friend, go teamwork. Juan, you can't be there when I get it, though. There's no, but like, you can't have somebody in the room with you, right?
No, they don't let anybody go in the procedure room.
So it's not like in the movies where like there's a camera up there and they're showing people what's coming out and everything or what's in there. I mean, there's a camera in there, but it's not for like public viewing.
So in the procedure room, there's the doctor, there's the techs, and then there's a nurse that's circulating. And they keep everything very private. They make sure that the patient, that everything is as dignified as possible. So, I mean, and you're asleep, so you don't know, but we try to keep everything very dignified.
I mean, I don't want to see my ass on Instagram. You know, I mean, it's pretty nice. And it's Instagram worthy, but I'm just saying,
we don't put anybody's butts on Instagram.
I love Rosie A.
What did she say?
He's trying to give himself props, and Rosie A's like, I did my own garbage.
No, but Rosie, okay,
props to you, Rosie.
I had a rough time doing our.
It's a lot.
Tony's garbage disposal, but I'm a fat kid, so it was rough.
Yeah, no, but actually getting it up there, lining it up right, and like getting it twisted on, and I was doing it by yourself. I mean, Rosie, I applaud you because taking it off was easy. Like getting it off and undoing
that's the easy part.
But then you got to make sure it's screwed on right so the hole lines up with the current pipes that are already in there, and that you're able to. It's You get a little tired, especially I'm out of shape.
If you've never done anything handy, then I can.
So I have a really funny story.
Yes.
Tell us.
So since
look at Michael's face, Carrie, look at Michael's face.
I can't wait. I need to hear this one.
He's like,
I get to be one of the nurses in the room when the doctor's doing the colonoscopy. So there are two big screens. There's one that the doctor is looking at while he's doing the procedure so he can see inside the colon and everything. And then there's one behind him that everybody else in the room can see what's going on as well. Well, he was doing a colonoscopy on this guy, and lo and behold, he comes up across, you know how in the pill bottles there's those little tiny what are they called?
They look like the cylinders, the plastic cylinders.
They're little tiny cylinders that keep everything fresh in your pill bottles, and they and they say on there, do not eat this. This guy had, like, he told the doctor that morning that he took his blood pressure pill, and the doctor's like, well, okay, we tell you not to eat or drink after midnight or whatever, but whatever. And he must have popped that in his hand by mistake, and it was still in his colon. And I seriously, at that time, I was thinking, why can't I Snapchat the screen right now?
Right?
Oh, wait.
So is that,
can we talk about
hold on. So is that the funniest thing that ever been discovered?
Oh, you're going to sing with me. Like, we were watching something on YouTube, and it was talking, or somewhere, and it was talking about what's the weirdest thing you ever found in somebody's colon, and somebody found a light bulb.
Well, I will just say at the surgical center, that's the funniest thing that we've ever seen.
On Jackass with Steve-O and those guys, they put a toy car up. Yeah, Hot Wheel up there.
Well, I have not seen anything at the surgical center like that.
Oh my God, when you do, tell us, please. We need to hear this.
They may have seen stuff like that at
in LA.
Yeah, in LA or
California.
Even here.
Hilarious.
They're mellow in Wyoming.
Nothing experimental.
Yeah, we don't do anything like that with sheep or cows.
That's the funniest thing that I've seen thus far.
Wow. Silica beads.
So theme parks. What's your guys' take on here? One thing that I've been watching that is super frustrating with everybody is the magic keys, the reservation systems. Why does Disney continue to ram up against a giant brick wall? Why are they continuing to do this? And I'm frustrated with it. I'm frustrated that they are the giant and they are the leader and they're supposed to be the example. And you have places like Knott's Berry Farm and Six Flags and SeaWorld and Lagoon and Cedar Park. And all these places are thriving and doing very well. and they didn't change a ton of things, and they're doing well. And you have the giant monstrosity Disney that thinks that they are above everything. I don't understand this.
Well, they're making money. I mean, they're really testing the waters on what are people willing to pay, and look at Disneyland right now. They're crowded. They're selling out day tickets like crazy. They're making lots of money, and so they're going to keep doing it as long as people are going to pay. They're going to keep doing what they do.
They're thriving.
And it's at some point you have to just decide. I mean, we got a lot of people on here right now that got keys and magic keys, and that love that go all the time and that use them and stuff. But you just got to outweigh the cost and the benefit. And I think Disneyland's such a great place, but man, now that Genie Plus is there, it's like, okay, now the standby lines are long. But before you used to be able to get Fast Pass, so you can at least take advantage of that for free. But now you got to pay for it, and if you don't want to pay for it, now you're going to stand in a long line. And
how do you feel as a past AP member? Now you're not an AP. I mean, for me, that was my goal. That was my dream, was to become, that Flex Pass member, to be able to, flights were not, and of course COVID has messed everything up. Flights were never really crazy expensive into California.
Yeah.
To the fact that I couldn't eat ramen noodles for like 2 weeks and not have Carrie cook me any, brownies or cookies, and I could make the flight, have a hotel, come out there with a Flex Pass that's already paid for my ticket, and do that. But it was super frustrating for me as an out of town person to know that now that is really a thing of the past, and I have better chances to get a single day ticket or a 2-day ticket and make it into the park than I would if I would have a magic key. Now it's much more expensive, but I have a better chance at that. How does that make you feel as a previous AP member? Like, does that irk you? Does it piss you off? Does it make you sad that you can't? Not that you can't go there. I mean, you could, but
yeah, I mean, we can pay the money and go, but it's like, it's just, we've realized that, the money we're saving right now by not going to Disneyland is
we can buy a Meerkat.
We can buy a Meerkat trailer,
and we can travel and visit all our friends.
In January we have a getaway planned, and we're gonna go get away, and that's no big deal. In February we have a getaway plan, and we're gonna go get away, and in March.
Does that make you okay? And nothing that I'm not trying to call anybody out or make anybody feel bad because of the choices they made, but does it make you feel bad that you see Carla and Kiko going to Disneyland, and you see Joe and Jem going to Disneyland, and you're not going? Because I can tell you that, like, and again, Carla, Jem, please don't take this the wrong way. Like, I'm pissed off that you guys get to go every day. Like, it's not a bad thing, but like, I see you, and I want to turn my Instagram off, and I want to turn my Facebook off, and I want to turn my YouTube off, because I see all of you guys going, and it just,
turns into a South Pole.
I want to go. I miss that. I love Disney. It is a big part. I seriously still, to this day, I want to retire. I've been in retail for 20 years. And in 10 more years, that'll make 30 years. I want to be done with retail, and I wanted to retire and move to California and work at Disney. It doesn't matter what I did, but it's just like it makes me so mad, because I'm like, you guys are going to,
I can't hear
you're going to Disney, and I want to go to Disney. So I wondered how you guys felt as,
I want to go. Like, I want to go eventually, and I would like to probably go to a food event, but honestly, I actually feel, I just told Josh, I feel free. Yeah. I feel like I'm not caught up in the hustle and bustle of trying to go to Disneyland and trying to get all the vlogs and trying to show this and trying to show that. It kind of took that magic and fun away from us a little bit. And it's kind of nice to, instead of planning every time we have a weekend off, going to the park, or every time we have a day off, going to the park, like our plans are a little out further, but we like, let's get the meerkat. We want to go to Vegas. We want to go to Wyoming. We're planning on going to San Diego. We have like all these other things that we've been wanting to do that we're now free to do and not just hop, skip, and jump away to Disney because it's right next door to us. You know what I mean? Because we literally live 15. You guys know how close we live.
Right.
So it's like we would be spending $13.99 a person, right? $13.99, is that what it was? A person. $1,400 to go to Disneyland for the year. And then we would also then be spending on food and merch and everything else. Not that much merch, but we would be, which is not a big deal. We've done it. We do it. It's what we do. But I have found being able to I stayed home for 4 days. It was nice. But you don't miss
Disney?
Yes.
You don't miss it?
Yeah, no, we miss it, but we don't feel like we have to be there every weekend.
I liked the way that we were able to do Disney before.
We can't do it
where we could be more spontaneous and go for a few hours and relax and not feel the pressure like I have to do more. Joe Ross said it. It's become more of a chore to go now that they have reservations. We feel like we have to do things now instead of just hanging out. So you feel like because you can only go so many times or you have that coveted reservation that you have to get as much in as possible. And that's not the way we do Disney.
We like spontaneous Disney.
Well, we like
but that's what I'm saying. Do you miss the spontaneous?
Yes.
We like to go and hang out at Jolly Holiday and chill for an hour or two. We like to act like we're annual pass holders, not like we're day ticket holders.
This is what we miss. We miss Josh would have a day off and I'd get out of work and I text him, hey, I'm on my way home. You want to go to Disney? Yeah. And then I'd come home, we'd jump in the car, we'd go and get on 2 rides maybe. And
or not even
a ride. We go to Jolly Holiday. We would eat our food.
Or you go sit at Rivers of America, or you go to DCA and have a drink and enjoy the view.
Like we would go as date night, or let's just get out of the house for a little while after work. And if we went on the weekend, it was mainly because we went with friends. Let's go with our friends to the park. Or let's go to the park and we're going to shoot 10 videos in one trip. But that's within 4 hours or whatever it was, right? So we miss doing Disney the way we like to do Disney. The way it's set up now, we can't do Disney the way we like to do it. You know what I mean? And so since we've taken a break from it, don't get me wrong. I still want to go to DCA and I want to go to both food events because it's what we do. I could show you the lanyards. I have a whole bag full of lanyards of food events that we've done.
Right.
That's one of the things that
go.
You're going to go?
I have to go pick up Brooks. He's at the movie.
Okay. So. I love you, friend.
I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon.
I love you more. So I love the food events. That's what Josh and I tend to love is the hanging out, the drinking and eating. So I'm kind of missing that because I know we have 2 food events coming up very soon. But at the same time, I've been really enjoying with Josh, like researching the campers and talking about the trips that we want to take for the weekend. Instead of, if we didn't switch this, we would be at Disneyland, whatever the one weekend that Josh had off, that's where we would be. So it's giving us an opportunity right now to do other things. I think
for us, it's giving us an opportunity to explore different things, like this last week when we went for a little hike in Laguna Beach.
Oh, yeah, we just jumped in the car.
Then we drove down to Dana Point and hung out for a little bit.
And we found out we were in Cocomello's backyard.
Yeah, and then we went and had some food. And then so instead of everything being planned around Disney and not doing other things, we're starting to do other things, which is kind of nice. I wish the price of the passes were less, so then it's like I can feel like
we could do Disney and other things.
Because I don't feel like I can get the value. Like for $1,400, I feel like I need to make that my priority over everything else. That's just me.
Right.
I feel like if I have spare time, then I must go because that is what I spent my money on. And I wish there was a way for us to have parking and for us to have a lower price pass without blackout dates, because that's the thing. I want to do Disney my way, which means no blackout dates. I know I have to pay more, but come on, it's getting really expensive.
Right.
And I understand that.
There just comes a point where, as individual people, because we all get to choose as consumers where we spend our money. As a consumer, at some point, you go, how much is Disney? Too much if you want to keep doing it, if you want to do other things. And for us, we want to travel through California. We want to travel to other states. Like, we have this agenda in our head. Like, we want to hit Tennessee. We want to hit Louisiana. There's things that we want to do. And unfortunately for us, with the industry that Josh is in and the amount of vacation time that I get, we're not retired people. We can't do it all. It's just realistically for us right now, we can't do all those things.
But you know what we can do and still afford? No, I mean, we still afford Disney too. But what we can do and spend them and buy, like Knott's Berry Farm, I can get an annual pass, a seasonal food pass, parking for minimal amount of money, to where I don't feel so obligated to go all the time, where I can be like, yeah, I'll do that now. Like, I can still get my money's worth, but not to be like, if I spend $1,400, I feel like I'm going to need to go, 2 to 3 times a month.
So, and that's not to say that in the future, if they don't change the structure to the key holders, the way they're doing it, that we wouldn't do it again. It's
right.
The way they're doing it now doesn't work for us. It might work for other people, which is great, but it doesn't work for us that live 15 minutes away from the park. Like, I get people that don't live 15 minutes from the park, and they're going to plan their trip anyways, right? We don't. We live 15 minutes away. Michael, you've seen how close we are.
Yeah, no, and that's so, which leads me to my next question, which Addie Families Adventures, welcome to the stream. Hey. They pointed out, do you believe that we're going to see a new CEO at Disney? Is Chapek out and is Iger coming back? I don't believe so. I think Iger's done. I don't think he's coming back. I honestly don't think that Chapek is going anywhere anytime soon, but I think he's on his way out. I don't think he's going to last very long, but I don't think he's going to be gone in the next 6 months. Yeah, unfortunately.
And it's not good. It wouldn't be Iger. It'd be Josh tomorrow. It would be him who would become the next CEO.
Right.
It would be because so the only reason Chapek's not going out because they're not making money. Disney's making money hand over fist right now. They're very successful with Disney Plus and all their other stuff. They're very successful. But
Chapek is the face. Chapek is the face, right?
But I think when people don't like your CEO, especially in a company like Disney, then you might have to make a change, because perception is everything, right? So they might, even though he's very successful for what Disney is probably wanting as far as financially, but they know they need their fans. They know they need their people to want to believe in the company too. And
we see you reaching for that, Michael.
So I think
you're not hiding it. So we're not saying we don't like Disney. Trust me, we miss it.
No, I understand.
We want to go.
But
but we don't want to pay.
I'll be honest,
$30 for parking.
Tell me wrong. Do you think the next CEO would be Josh tomorrow?
I do. I do.
That guy is so popular with everybody. But the problem is he's not going to change certain things, because it's making them money.
But and there's the thing. I think that people really have to understand they're going after Chapek. Great, because I think the guy is an idiot. I think that some of the decisions that he has made or backed up when maybe he could have made some changes are great. But it's just like our president, it's not necessarily Biden or Obama or Trump. There's a whole cabinet of people. There's a whole board. There's a whole group of people that are making these decisions. Yes, Chapek is the face of the place. Okay. That's what I always say. He's the face of the place, but he's really not making the decisions, like you said, that are positively amazing for Disney. They're there to make money. They're a business.
It's a business.
But
remember one thing. The board is who is making the decisions in the end.
Correct.
Because the board is who's looking out for the shareholders of the company as far as profitability. The CEO, if they don't make the board happy, the board fires the CEO. the CEO works for the board, not the company, not the rest of it.
Yeah.
So the board of directors is who will say you're the CEO, not anybody else. There's nobody else. So,
right. And that's the thing. Like, I think that they missed that. No,
I've had too long for shots, Michael, or Joe. Too long for shots, or too long for Disney conversation.
And Michael's been making a rookie mistake by drinking shots in between shots.
So Joe Ross,
rookie mistake. Josh says rookie mistake. Who tapped out in Paris?
Wait. Joe Ross, it's been too long without shots, or it's been too long to be talking without having Disney conversation.
It's been too long for shots, is what Joe Ross is saying. All right, sir. Cheers.
Salud. Thank you.
Joe Ross, since Bob C took over, Disney stock is down.
Well, that's the thing, because part of stock is the image and the perception. So if people start feeling like, oh no, this guy's making mistakes, even though profitability is up, people start selling their stocks.
I've made a ton of money off of Disney stocks because knowing when things are going to happen and things are not going to happen. Your Disney Plus, your 50th anniversary, knowing those, I've actually been able to play Disney stock a lot better this year than I have in previous years.
You know what's funny to me is that a lot of things were probably kind of in play.
Good night, Rosie.
Bob C. Good night, Rosie. Even before Bob C. took the face of Disney, you know what I mean? Things have been in play to go in a certain way, and it's always like when you get that new president, then you're held accountable for right now. But things have been kind of in play, I think. I agree with Josh. I mean, they're being successful as a business. Look, people keep paying for it.
Unfortunately, they do. That's the bad thing.
And maybe not unfortunately, because it's for some people, like, the merch is still getting sold. When COVID hit and you couldn't get into the parks, Knott's Berry Farm was offering experience after experience, and Disney was just offering a merch push.
Right.
Everybody just went and did the merch push. They didn't need food. They didn't need rides. They didn't need everything. People were showing up like maniacs just for merch. And
that's
anything.
Right. And that's so now, do you remember who ran the whole merch thing that offered all of their pass holders and everything, amazing things? Do you remember who was in charge of all of that?
Josh.
Dave Hollis. Okay, so Dave Hollis is a huge podcast YouTuber person. He was married to Rachel Hollis for a long time. He was with Disney for 20 plus years, and he was all about making sure that Disney merch was coming through, as well as making sure that everybody that was a Disney annual pass holder got their money's worth. And when Dave Hollis stepped away, the merch kept going. People loved the merch. He made that staple to where people wanted to go buy the merch, looking for that Spirit jersey, that new Spirit jersey, that holiday selection, that popcorn bucket.
They didn't even give us a chance to take a drink. You literally could not eat or drink in the park. Remember that?
Yeah.
You couldn't drink or eat anything while you were there.
But that was the same for everybody.
Not for everyone.
Yes, during that time, there was period. The rules were always changing. So.
Yeah. So to me, again, I think that I think you see Josh tomorrow move into the CEO position in the next 6 to 9 months. I don't think that Bob Chapek.
That soon?
I think so, and I think that they're going to do that. You need your
water, Carla.
You need your chalkboard, so everybody can start making. Remember when you used to say, "Hey, when people are coming." Yeah. Now we need a chalkboard to say when Chapek's out.
Should we do it like when you get the football squares with $5 on it?
There you go. Yeah.
There was a line at Dutch Bros, man. He was gonna get a double rainbow, and I don't even know what a rainbow is.
I need to find a way to get some sort of chalkboard.
Hey, good night, Pete and McDevitt. Thank you so much.
Good night, Pete. Thank you for stopping by. We appreciate you.
But I think you see a change in the guard coming within this year. With
Disney's a very image conscious company.
Yeah,
And there has to be the belief that the magic is going to keep going, and that the happiest place on earth and the, that whole theme park vibe, and then it's going to keep going. Obviously, Disney Plus is a big thing for them, and their movies and everything else that Disney does, not just the theme parks, but everything else they do. But the theme parks have to continue to be very profitable for them, because they can be a very big expense for the company, which they found out during COVID times when everything shuts down. You still have all these expenses to keep everything up to par while you're waiting to reopen.
Okay, don't hate me, everybody. I tried to watch Encanto.
I didn't watch it.
I couldn't get past 5 minutes.
Wait, what?
I tried to watch the new Encanto.
Did you watch Encanto, Michael?
They did.
Yeah.
I couldn't get past the first 5 minutes.
Why?
I don't know. I'm going to try again. It was just like, blah.
Blah.
I'm going to try it again.
I have a.
I'll vote for her, Chris.
We'll vote. She'll get our vote. Make sure she hears us, Chris. Make sure she hears the voice of the people.
My daughter's moving up fast in the company. Maybe she'd be the next CEO. It's a rough thing. I wouldn't want to be Iger or Chapek or Demaro.
No, especially in that company, because that company, you're obviously, with every company, you're responsible for shareholders, right? And the profitability of the company. In a normal company, that's fine. Whatever, you're gonna do what you need to do. But with Disney, you can't cut corners on some of these, on the theme parks at least, because when you do, it becomes a flop and it becomes a waste of money. And people call you out on it.
We want snow. We want cinnamon.
But the problem is that those shareholders, those board members, regardless if Disney does good or not, they still get their money. They're still raking it. I'm gonna throw them. They're gonna get $1 million every year, or whatever they get for their quarterly or half year bonus by whatever. They still get their money. But regardless,
your dividends are based off of your stock, right? So depending on how the value of the stock. But if the stock's not going up, then you're not getting more.
Yeah.
And the expectation for every company, is that the stock price rises. It's impossible, but it can definitely keep going up for a period of time. And that's the whole goal, is to raise those stock prices, because also then the board members and all those people who are at the higher ups, they're getting paid part of their compensations in stock.
I love
so obviously they want better stock prices, because that means more compensation.
I love this. You guys start getting geeky and we go up in views.
You go up in views. Hey, but I can tell you, as Joe Rosh pointed out, this is probably the worst year of Disney stock. But I can tell you right now, in 2021, I have made more money with Disney stock than I have in the last 5 years, because I can seriously read and depict what Disney is going to do a lot easier this year because of Chapek and Disney's decisions. 50th anniversary at Walt Disney World, Genie Plus. It has been a very, very easy stock year for Disney for me. And I've made a ton of money to be able to sell by whatever you want to call it. It's been pretty easy for me to depict that. In years past, Disney's they've kept some things close to their chests, and it's been some surprises. They've given you some secrets, but it's been a lot easier this year than it has in years past. So I don't know. I still think you see Chapek leave this year, and it's going to be 6 to 9 months, but they're about image, and Chapek is getting a lot of heat, and I still think that he moves on. Well,
he's not even showing up to events anymore.
Well, because and it's because he's getting booed. He can't take the heat.
Yeah, you got people like Bob Iger, who's not even the CEO, showing up at Disneyland. I mean, Jeff Pike was just here, and he met Bob Iger, Ken the president of Disneyland. He met Josh. They're all there at this event in Galaxy's Edge. Where's the CEO? All the bigwigs were there except for the CEO. This is something that normally the CEO would be at.
Hey, Disneyland, if you're watching this stream, and I know that you will, because it will algorithm to you, Take a page out of the NFL, and you know what Roger Goodell did? He embraced the booze. He embraced you hating him. He played into it, and look how well the views of the NFL draft have went up because they want to boo him. They want to see his reaction. JPEG, Disney, take a page out of their book.
Yeah.
I'm a business guy. Sorry, that went way crazy.
No, you and Josh love this. I'm sure that a lot of the viewers are loving this. Sorry, we've got stuff going on.
You know, when Joe Ross puts out there, Chapek is seeing a lot of failures. The problem for him is that they all started before him. They did start before him, but he has not changed the view of the board. He has not changed the view of anybody else to go in a better direction for the public. That's what Josh if tomorrow gets in there, he has got to change the view of the public.
Hi, Brooks. Where's Brooks?
Brooks, he just came in. Brooks, come here.
Brooks, tell us your professional opinion.
What's your professional opinion on Disney?
I don't know.
Wow. Typical teenage answer.
Yeah.
How was Spider-Man?
But so look at that. Listen to this. Everyone hates Bob Chapek, right? But everyone loves Josh Tomorrow.
Yeah.
They're both part of these decisions, right? They're both like there, but for some reason, everybody loves Josh Tomorrow.
But why do they like Josh Tomorrow?
Because gorgeous he is, and how
is he gorgeous?
Yes, he is gorgeous man.
Well,
look at how well put together he is.
I'm gonna go see. Pull up a picture of him.
No, but listen, we were talking with Jeff Pike, right? And Josh Tomorrow sat and spent time with Jeff and talked to him. And then when he saw him a little bit later, he said, "Hey, Washington," because he said he was from Washington. Like he remember, like it's those personal interactions, and you hear about these things, and you hear about it, and it just goes across the media and stuff, and it's like people like him. You don't hear about that stuff with Bob Chapek. Nobody's run up to Bob Chapek to take a picture.
He is not gorgeous. What the hell are you talking about?
I know, but I'm saying he's like gorgeous when I meant like he's.
Oh my god, he is so gorgeous. Where is he at?
Look at that! Look at that gray hair.
He's not gorgeous.
He's distinguished.
You keep pressing things.
You keep pressing things, Becky.
Yeah, I'm not gonna touch your phone.
He's so gorgeous.
The difference between Bob Chapek and Josh Tomorrow is Josh Tomorrow is there whether or not it is good or bad, and Josh understands that Disney is personal. Like you said, he sat down and whether or not he talked with Jeff or not, he did talk with Jeff, and he remembered. That's the biggest part that he remembered. Hey, he don't remember Jeff's name, but he remembers he's from what he remembered a small piece of that conversation, which meant something because he's actually involved with. He wants to know the good and the bad, and so when he sees Jeff Pike again, long beard, it's hard to miss Jeff Pike with his long beard. Where the heck is Jeff Pike anyway? He's probably fishing. He's probably working. It's that busy season. But he remembers. He says, "Hey, Washington, there you are." Chapek is not. Unfortunately, he's not the guy. Chapek is the guy behind the scenes, and that's where he should have stayed. That's where he should have been. He should not have been the face. Unfortunately.
Damn, Michael, tell it.
Well, no, because the CEO is really. Are they really making all the policies and procedures? Probably not. But they're the face of the company. They're the ones who have to give the quarterly statements. Have to be out on camera and just that image. You look at Bob Chapek and you're like, no, that's not Disney. You look at Josh and you're like, that's Disney.
I would say with Jeff and Lisa, they're not merch people, but they love Disney. They love the experience of Disney. That's they love the magic. They love meeting people. They love talking to people. So for them to be able to experience that was huge for them. To be able to have them talk to him and remember.
I mean, they got to talk to Bob Iger. They got to talk to Josh, and even Ken, the president of Disneyland. Spent some time with them, and they didn't have to. Actually,
but they did.
Jeff and he met Bob Iger, and then later Josh Tomorrow went up to Jeff and was like, Hey, come here, like to introduce him to Bob Iger. And he's like, I already met him. He's like, no, come here. Like what? You know, he didn't have to do that, you know?
Can you imagine being a Disney fanatic and then having that happen to you? Like, it makes your day.
But that's what Disney's about, and that's what they're looking for. That's what every cast member, that's what every guest, that's what every AP holder, every visitor wants to have, is to look for that interaction. Because I
love it.
Chris is from Addie Family Adventures. He's so embarrassed. Chapek is a Hoosier.
That's great, Chris. I love it.
But yeah, I mean, it's interesting. It's interesting to see the giant of Disney. They're trying to change the rules a little bit. They're trying to just, I'm Disney, I'm better than you. You're gonna come buy me. You're gonna come pay for me. Where these little theme parks, these little places haven't really changed a ton.
How many of you?
They've actually went out and tried to grab a couple extra things, and they're still successful.
Yeah. So how many of you in the chat, and you, Michael, if they raise the annual pass or the magic key to $2,000, are still going to buy it? Carrie, I love you, my friend.
The beautiful side of Timeout with Michael.
So if Carrie, they raise it to $2,000 next year, the magic key.
What is the limit? Like, what is the limit? Like,
what is your limit? What is your limit?
So
all of you in the chat, Michael Carrie, what is your limit?
So it's $1,400 right now, right? It's $1,400
for the dream key, right?
For the dream key. Now, let's say, I know, Michael, you're far away, so this isn't probably something that really you're doing. But let's say you lived in Southern California, and the dream key is $1,400 right now.
What is your limit? I want to know.
Obviously, this next year they're going to raise that dream key price, right? So they're going to raise it to what? $1,600? Is it still worth it? They can't raise it to where it would be more than the value of single day tickets.
This is super hard. I have to think of this in a business term because I think of Lagoon. I think of Knott's Berry Farm.
I love Lagoon.
Okay, so Knott's Berry Farm for a yearly pass plus the food plus the parking is what?
And the
$450 for one person.
Under $500 for sure, because so if we renew, it's $105 for us. Now we bought our grandbaby a ticket, and that was $135 because it was not being renewed. So I think it was $135. And then the food plan is $140, I believe, for the year. Now that's
okay. So you're at $275.
That's eating twice a day, or that's eating every 4 hours, basically.
Okay.
In the park.
$275.
Parking is $70.
And we have a drink plan.
Okay, so now we're at $345, and then your drink plan
is $40.
You're at $385, so you're just under $400, right?
There you go. Now, if you want a season pass to Scary Farm, it's going to be $90, but that's totally optional at this point.
Okay, so that's an optional pass. So about the same price for Lagoon. Okay, now I have to think of terms of Wyoming and California. Okay, so California obviously is more expensive than Wyoming. So your wages and what you make is substantially higher than what I make, what Carrie makes. Like if Carrie was to go to San Francisco Bay right now,
I'd make bank.
She would make like $80 an hour. That's substantially bigger than what she makes now. But cost of living is now.
Michael, stop being a politician and tell me, what is your cap? Yeah. Here's what Joe Ross said. If I can go to
that's $166,000.
I understand, but Josh,
but just answer the simple question. You're like,
Josh asked me what I would think if I lived in Southern California, so it's a little harder to think about that because it's different prices. There's different. There's a different. There's a different price cap.
Okay, so a beverage distributor person in Southern California. I don't know what they make, but you know. So what would be your price?
What's your cap?
What's your cap? Like when does? Well, see, here's the thing. Though.
How much of your life are you willing?
Okay,
to give away?
So the flex pass,
Michael. How much of your life are you willing to give away? Because we're
The flex-
talking dollars earned per hour equals your life that you're spending to
Or-
get that money. How much of your life are you willing to give away for an annual pass? I love what Joe Ross said. He says, if I can go enough to make each trip average out to $60, then it's worth it.
See, I can understand that but see, it's getting closer to where it's not averaging out to $60 anymore.
So for Lagoon, for me, that's what I have to.
I'm just kidding.
I know.
I'm like, why is he even
I understand,
talking
but I
about
have
this?
I have to think about it on Lagoon terms. Lagoon terms means that I have to go 2 times.
But you can't compare apples to oranges.
Stop. Two times to Lagoon affords me to get a seasonal pass. So
Yeah.
I know that I'm going to Lagoon more than 2 times because I go at least once a year, and then I'll go during
Disney, sir.
Then I go to Frightmares.
We're talking
Okay,
Disney.
so
sir.
Disney.
Becky.
If they are at what are they at, Josh, right now? What's the Dream Key?
The Dream Key is $1,400.
And you say that you think you're just going to go to $1,600?
No, we're just saying what's
no,
your cap?
I'm saying it's going to go $1,500 to $1,600 in February or March.
And then my question was, what's your cap? Where do you draw the line and say, I'm just going to choose because it's a choice.
So think of it this way,
Choose
though.
not
Think of it this way. Joe Ross says his is $60 a visit. Well, right now at $1,400, you have to go 14 times a year. That means you have to go more than once a month to be $100 a visit.
Now, are you asking me this to be a California resident, or are you asking me this to be a Wyoming resident?
No, Wyoming doesn't make sense to have a Dream Key. That doesn't make sense because you would never do it.
So
and you could live up north, you can live in San Diego, or you can live 15 minutes away like Josh and I.
Okay, Joe Ross, I hope you're going 23 times this year because that'll get you to your $60 if you have a Dream Key.
I would say that if my cap would be, and maybe I'm a snob, I would say that $90 a visit per ticket for Disney would be my cap limit. So however many times you want to look at that, or
you would. So Michael at 90.
Nope.
So Michael,
nope.
Michael at $1,400, you would have to go to Disney 16 times to be at $90. Now that's because parking's included. So you'd have to go 16 times. So you'd have to go more than once a month.
I could do that.
I know I would. California, you could probably do that.
Oh, but could he do it?
But now,
with the
remember this
system?
$90 is your entrance fee. Now, right now, you can go into a single day, single park for what, $115?
Now, and this is telling
no.
Michael, this is telling
130.
This is telling you that Josh and I don't buy merch, and we spent
$7,000. I don't buy merch. I don't buy merch either.
We spent $7,000 total for the year at Disneyland.
In merch?
No. In annual passes and expenses.
I was like, holy
$7,000 in eating and drinking.
So remember, you're going to go with Carrie every trip. You're going to spend $90 to get in, right? And
Carrie's not the problem. Michael's the problem with merch.
Michael's the problem. Okay, so if I lived in California, that wouldn't be, to me, that's not.
Oh my god!
It is $3,500 minimum for a ticket, hotel, and flight from Wyoming to go one time, and that's for 4 to 5 days. 5 days to Disney, hotel, flight, and everything. So our Disney World package was $12,000. So that was our eating, our hotel, our flights, our tickets, and everything else in between. And that's for 4. Obviously, that's for 4 people. So when I think about
Sir, I still haven't heard your number.
Hold on.
I did. I told you $90 a day.
Joe Ross, it's 15.81. So really, we round up, not down. So it would be 16 times you need to go.
16 times. If I could go to Disneyland. If I could go to Disneyland 2 or 3 times a month, I'd be okay.
And Joe,
where's that?
Your own wife says DDD says you guys have to pay $15 for parking every time you go. So really, it's going to be more than 16 times because you're going to be $60 plus $15 for parking. So you're $75 right now every time you go.
So this is a hard thing for me because we come from Wyoming, okay? So every time we go to California, we go to Las Vegas, we go to Los Angeles, we go to Florida, we go to New York, we go to Chicago. We have to pay a $15 to $20 resort fee every night, no matter where we go.
Exactly.
So when I think about when you talk about the $15 to $25 parking fee at Disneyland, that doesn't even faze me. That doesn't even get to me because I know that hotels in major resorts, major towns that you want to go to where there are things to do, which that's what we want to do, right? We want to travel, we want to go do things. They are charging a resort fee of anywhere from $15 to $25. So when we talk about $15 for parking, it means nothing to me for Disney. It doesn't mean anything because if you go buy a hotel, if I'm from Wyoming and I go to Disneyland and I stay the night at Best Western or Del Sol or Howard Johnson, I am paying $15 to $25 a night for parking, regardless of what I do. And I get to the park for free because they have a shuttle. So now I'm getting there regardless. So the parking, it never makes it doesn't change my thought process.
And I feel bad for like people who are coming from outside, like Carla and Kiko. They yes, you're going twice a month, but the gas it takes to get here. I'm just talking number. I'm not trying to dissuade anybody or persuade anybody. The gas, the hotel costs are huge. Me, like I don't have a hotel cost, and I really don't have a gas cost. I mean, it's 12 miles away, or 5. It's 5 miles away. It's a 15-minute drive. Sorry, not even 12. It's 5 miles away. So there's no extra cost for me to go. I'm talking like for people who don't live in Southern California. Oh my gosh. It is the cost is now if you go twice a month and let's say you're spending $60 a visit, but you got to spend $60 to $100 in gas to get here and back, and then you got to spend $150 a night for a hotel on the cheap end, $150 a night times 2 nights. That's $300. So really, your visits are costing you quite a bit more. And I'm not trying to dissuade or persuade it. Whatever people's financial situations are what they are. It's fine.
Bye, Chris.
But for
Good
me,
night.
like if I did not go to Disneyland, I would definitely not have an annual pass. And I don't have one right now, and I live close. But if I did not live close, I would not have one because I don't think it would be cost effective for me.
Is that because you have Universal, Knott's Berry Farm, Six Flags?
Going to the parks.
Like this whole season, this Christmas season, I didn't do Universal. We did go to Knott's Berry Farm a couple times. I did go to the media night of the holiday Six Flags holiday thing. I wasn't even planning on doing that.
Josh.
Huh?
Are you excited?
I am excited.
Me too.
I am so excited.
Hey,
Michael, Monday or Tuesday?
Both.
Yes. So excited.
Carrie and I are pissed off.
Why?
We've been wanting a girls' day.
I told her, book the flight, book the time. You guys figure it out.
Go to San Diego or
go to San Diego. Go to San Diego.
I want to play golf. I want to shoot pool. I want to go to a museum.
Hey, Becky.
I want to.
Becky, I did message Andrew because I wanted to start my sleeve on my leg.
Is it really called a sleeve on your leg?
Yeah, it's a sleeve on my leg. I did message him. He doesn't have a January schedule, but I don't know if it's possible.
What day? Because that's going to cut into your guys' thing. And are you
going to cut into my fun time?
Oh, okay, never mind.
Because it's going to be at least 6 to 8 hours, right?
You're going to have to just schedule a day to go down just for that.
Yeah, just for that. Because it's
right.
I mean, maybe that's just one. Maybe I'll sacrifice so that way he can, have a piece done. Do you have a piece in mind?
I do. Yeah. So I'm going to send once Andrew messages me, I will send him what is in my mind.
Are you
See, here's the
are you contacting him through his appointment page or his
I did. I contacted him.
Tell him that you're my mom's. Say I'm your mom's friend from Wyoming.
I did.
Okay, I'll talk to him then.
Yeah, but so here's the thing. We'll just go off on a tangent real quick because I've been drinking
You've
Maker's
been
Mark.
all night.
Yeah, I've been tangenting all night. This bottle's really empty.
This is what we do.
Keep going. So
you have to work tomorrow.
I'm the boss. I'll talk to the boss. Hold on. So I want to send the piece to Andrew of what I want, but
Yeah.
Andrew is the artist.
Yes.
This is what I have in mind, but you're the artist. I want you to do.
Just say, I want something. Say, this is my reference photo, but I want you to.
I want you to do your thing. You're the artist. You're the tattoo artist.
Yeah.
I'm don't come complaining to his parents.
Yeah. Carrie, Michael, you guys coming down to SoCal? Michael is coming down. I have 12 days to burn for vacation.
Carrie has job with responsibilities.
Michael doesn't have nothing.
Carrie, we're definitely spring. Let's plan spring for our Becky Carrie trip so we can do
Deal.
something by the beach. Because I think it'll slow down for you. I think it picks up for me, but whatever.
I have 84 hours of vacation time right now.
I have 6 days of vacation that I have to burn before March. So
yeah.
Bye, Kiko.
Bye, Kiko. Thank you for coming
Kiko.
in.
Hey guys, it's 10 o'clock our time. I'm gonna go start getting ready for bed because I have an early day tomorrow.
I love you, Carrie.
All right.
I'm good. Mm-hmm.
Okay, Becky, I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, we love you. We're not renewing anything except for Don'ts.
So I think the only passes we're renewing this year right now, as of right now, is going to be Knott's Berry Farm. But we don't even have to think about that because they have us covered until May 27th, I believe it is. So we don't have to think about renewing any of our pass until that time. And then they'll give us a special price for like a 7-month, the end of the year type of deal because they renew every January. But because of COVID and all that stuff, they're extending us, and then we'll have a special time that they'll renew us then.
Keep in mind, people, and Michael, we're working class people. We want our either Sprinter van or our trailer, and we want to go away for weekends. And we're working class people. We can't do it all. So we got to pick at some point where we're going to spend our money. And we could do the Disney, the Knott's, and the camper, but we gotta wisely decide where do we choose to spend our money this year.
Well, and
this year I think we're planning on the camper van.
Yeah.
That's what we want to do. We really want to do that.
And our content's going to be changing because we're not doing theme parks. And, I'll be honest, a theme park situation as far as YouTube is concerned is very saturated. And so
it's bad. It's I mean, you've got to be in the 10 to 20,000 subscriber views to even be relevant. I hate to say that, but you really do.
We love
to really make that, and I love that you guys are real seeing that you guys can go out and do traveling in California, Nevada, Utah, and that area that you guys have, and people are gonna view that because they already see that you're gonna grab, anywhere from 2,000 to 5,000 more viewers because of that, because they're gonna see that and they're gonna love it.
And we're not changing content for that reason. We're not changing.
Well, our content is kind of what our lifestyles.
It's changing as we get older. It's changing as we get older, as we're living life, and we love the theme parks. Trust me, I want to go to Disneyland all the time. I'm always
I will love roller coasters till the day I die. I love Six Flags. But I don't go enough to get the Diamond Elite Pass, the stripper club pass. I don't go enough to do that. Was it last year? Was it worth it? Yes, it was, because I did go enough. But this next year, I will not go enough to do that. So for me, if I go to Six Flags, it's going to be buy a day ticket and go, you know?
And for us, we
Right.
just kind of have these things on our heart that we want to do. We have this, we're in this relaxed mode where we're not go. We're in this mode right now in our life where we're best friends. And we really have been enjoying our trips when we go to Vegas or when we do these little weekend trips. We've really been enjoying our time, our company.
Hey. Did my weekend work? Is that okay?
Yes,
I believe it's going to. I just have to double check because I haven't written my schedule for that yet, but I believe that's going to be fine.
So we've been really enjoying
I'll ask my
part
boss.
of our life. So it's kind of we don't want to get trapped into feeling obligated to produce content because it's what we've done. We want to live our life and make content out of the things that we're doing in the different stages of our life.
And if I'm gonna be honest, very honest too, is a video of us in Vegas gets me 10 times the amount of subscribers than a video of us at Disneyland.
But that's not why we're doing it.
I'm not saying that's why we're doing it, but I'm just saying, just analytically, I'm just saying that's the truth. But we found because we found a passion for Vegas. We found a passion for different things.
But you've realized that how many people are seriously, how many people are vlogging Vegas right now?
A lot of people.
No,
I don't think there are. I compared to Disneyland and to theme parks where you guys are in, again, if you're not in that 8 to 15,000 subscriber view on Disney parks, I mean, it's just, I look at the same thing. I look at the same thing, and I look at like who's done Lagoon. No one's done Lagoon, and I have reached out and I've asked these PR people and like, hey, what can we do? I'd love to go do that, and I probably could really capitalize hugely on YouTube as being like that one person for Lagoon, because I think even when you guys walked there, you guys were seriously the only people with a camera vlogging Lagoon, right?
Yes. And
whereas when you go into Disneyland or you go to Knott's Berry or you go to Six Flags, there's probably 10 people, average 10 people there vlogging, it maybe more. Yeah, absolutely. Vlogging. And as you go to Lagoon, people are looking at you like, are you like, when I remember when I went and did a live stream at Lagoon and vlogged, I probably had 200 people come up to me like, hey, are you famous? Like, what's your YouTube handle? What's going on? Like, can you put me in your stream? Can you put me in your vlog? Like, I had no idea how to answer that. Whereas you guys who have been in Disneyland, who have billions of people go through every year, you understand that. So I think where you guys are going with the Vegas thing, yes, Vegas is very much a big time place, but people aren't vlogging it. People aren't where you guys are experienced vloggers through Disneyland. I hate to say that, but Disneyland is huge. That's a huge vlogging community. Like Josh said, it's so saturated. There's so many people doing it now because they saw how much it would work. I think you have a good thing with Vegas.
And Michael, this is not to say that we will not vlog theme parks, because we still want to go to Hollywood. We still want to go back to Lagoon. I loved Lagoon. Honestly, I really enjoyed that park. I liked the theming of the park. It gave it like a carnival. It just had this old school vibe to it. Loved it. The rides were great. So that's not to say that we're not going to do theme parks and we're not going to do Disney. We're not going to do Knott's. We are. It's just part of our life. You know, our thing is we're vlogging our life. You know, I don't know if that makes sense. So we're still planning on going to Tennessee. We're still planning on doing theme parks, but we're really looking forward to. I think we just need. We've been so busy. We're looking for those weekend getaways to relax. You know, and play rummy. Be old people and play rummy at the little coffee. You know, the little dining table that we have.
Yeah, I mean, I think
if I could turn back time.
But you guys moved away from that when you guys were Slice of Disney, and moved to Midlife Vibes
to do other things
and to do other things because you didn't want to be such a Disney Central page, which has been really great. You still have that Disney vibe. You still have those. You still have that.
We're still connected. We still are crazy interested in what's happening, and we love our friends that we've met through there. We like to hang out. We realized that we like going to the parks to hang out with our friends, and eating and drinking with our friends. That's the best part.
What I really enjoy about you guys is that and it is what when we went to Disney World, I was super happy to be able to do Epcot with you guys. I know I probably moved away from my family and they were like, what is Dad doing? Why is he drinking all these drinks? And why is he not his normal self?
Because Tuesdays are for drinking.
Right. But it was awesome that I know you guys love to vlog. I know that you guys love to do all of that. And it was super fun to really be able to sit with Gonzo, to sit with you guys, with Juan, with Carly and Kiko, with why am I drawing a blank with him? Because I love him so much.
Oh, Chris?
No. VP.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, VP. If you're watching this restream, or if you're watching this, I'm so sorry. I forgot you. It was awesome to be able to just sit down, drink, eat, enjoy each other's company without. It's when you guys watch this stream, as you watch the stream, vlogging takes so much. You have to piece your content together. You have to know what you're going to video, what you're going to record, what you're going to stream, and then you got to go back in there and edit everything. It is a process. It's such a process. And what's crazy is that people don't see the process behind all the scenes. So that day when I was able to spend that day at Epcot with you guys, even though I showed up late, 1, 2 o'clock, I was able to spend the rest of the day and night with you guys. And it was super fun that your cameras were put away, that everything was just, let's just hang out. Let's talk. Let's enjoy each other. And I know that's what you guys love to do when you go to Disney. That's why I asked the question, like, when you guys go to Disney, you want to go ride a couple rides, and you want to people watch, you want to sit down and talk with your friends and enjoy their company.
Our friends generally trump the vlog. Like, we had a day that we went to Knott's and spent the day with Joe Ross and David Snyder and Juan Rodriguez. We went and we wanted to go and vlog and catch the experience. But once we got there, we were just having such a good time with the Rosses and David and Juan and stuff that we're like, we're not going to vlog, because sometimes the experience with people and friends is more important than shooting a vlog. You know what I mean? Like, nobody minds that we do the vlog, but when we do the vlog, then we got to, can you give us a minute? We got to stop. We got to talk. We got to do this. We got to shoot this. We got to do B-roll. And then we come back to it. Then we stop, we talk, we shoot the B-roll with it, and we come back to it. But there's times that Josh and I go with an intent to vlog, but the friendships and the experience and the company and the conversations, you can't put those things aside to vlog. The friendships are more important than the vlog. So there's times that we go and we don't even vlog, and people are like, I can't believe you're not going to get this. And we're like, no, we're not, because we're going to enjoy the experience with the people that we're with, you know?
For me, it's about, and if I'm not in the mood, I'm not in the mood. I just don't want to vlog. I don't want to vlog. It's not a necessity.
It's not paying your rent
every single time that we go. Like, obviously there's events that I'm going to vlog. Like, like we went to Six Flags Holiday in the Park, I'm going to vlog that because it's my one time going and experiencing it. And I want to create the content so I can pass that on to the viewers and show them what it's about. But we go to Knott's Berry Farm all the time. So there's some times where you don't have to vlog, you know. Now, if it's the Boysenberry Festival, obviously the first time I go to the Boysenberry Festival, I'm going to vlog it, right? But if it's the second or third time, I don't have to vlog it every time we go, you know.
And I just want to make this very clear. Josh and I love Disneyland and we miss it a lot. It just, the past doesn't work for our schedule. And so for that reason, we're not coughing up the money. If it worked for us, we would do it probably, but it doesn't work for us. So
I love Disneyland. I love Disney. It is a very big, huge passion for me. I do. I wish that I hate to say, I wish I shit money for a living.
Right?
I really did, because I wish I could go to Disneyland right now for my family. And it's not that I don't want it. It's not that I don't not want to take my kids, because me and Carrie had a blast when just me and Carrie went. But I do want my boys to enjoy that as well. And they don't have to experience everything. It's you know, it is what it is. But it's anywhere from $600 to $1,000 for us to fly out, hotel, passes, and go just for a couple days. And with our work schedule, the way that we work, weekends are about the only time that we can go and experience Disney, unless we have vacation time put aside. And then there's no school, and the boys are in prime positions in school, where Brooks is a freshman, Riker's, you know, he's just getting into middle school. It's hard to be able to go during the weekday.
Yeah.
And that's summertime. For us Wyoming folk, I hate to say it, going in June and July to California is a hot spot, and we're not used to that. So to be able to enjoy a day to 3 days is very hard during the week, because it's hot. It's not for us. It's not what we're accustomed to. And we have to really.
It is a change from where you're at to the Southern California vibe with the crowdedness.
Right.
It's huge, because I remember when we went to visit you guys, and it was during the C word time. We didn't have to wear a mask because the streets were empty. Like in California, there's just a lot of people, and you go to certain places and there's a lot of people, and depending on how you feel one way or the other, you know, it's neither here or there. It's crowded, you know, and it's a different vibe, especially if you're not used to it, you know. So we
miss Disney. I you know, I'm gonna be there.
Michael,
I'm gonna be there.
Cry.
I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there mid-January. It's gonna be a fun little couple days. Again, I have to use some things, and I messaged Josh today. I'm like, hey,
we
made my day today.
We miss Disney, but maybe because we live so close and we're able to go so often. It's like, okay, it's right there. Like, we already know, like, if we decide that we want to get it later when it's offered, we can, you know.
The good thing though is, like, if we want to do a Disneyland day, we can go and do a Disneyland day, and it's going to be that much more special because we haven't been there every week, and it's going to be like, oh wow, you know, it's going to be amazing, you know.
I really like my 2 to 4 hour trips. That Walt Disney World all day long at every park was not for me. It's not the way I like to Disney. I like to be my spoiled little princess, but go in, get my little foodie foods and my snacky snacks and my drinky drinks, and be there for 2 to 4 hours and drive 15 minutes back to my house.
But for those of you guys that are watching this stream, whether you're watching it now or you're watching the replay, I have to say, for those that are out of town and that are not California natives, I agree with you, Becky. Everybody asks us, why do we go to Disney every year? There is something different in Disney that we see, that we find, that we can see, watch, do whatever every single year.
And it's magic. It is. You walk in and you feel magic. You smell magic. I mean, I even thought it was different when we went to Walt Disney World. I didn't feel the feels that I get when I go to Disneyland.
Correct.
The smells,
Correct.
just everything about Disneyland. You walk in there, once you get in through the door and you go under that bridge, it's just different. You're at a different place. It's amazing. It's just relaxing. You know, you can sit, it's just something about Disneyland is so magical that when you walk in those doors, it just stress relief for me, at least, you know, the way I feel. And we love that about the park. Unfortunately, like we can't even get the SoCal passes, which I'm trying to push Josh on. But I work all mids. I don't get out till 6 or 7 o'clock.
You know, I see Juan put this in the chat. Do they have Joffrey's coffee in Disneyland?
No.
DCA? No, that's a coffee thing. Coffee snobs, Starbucks, Dutch Brothers, all of those things. I was really impressed with Joffrey's coffee. I really did like that. But I can tell you that I tried several things in Disney Magic Kingdom. What was the MGM Studios? No, it wasn't MGM Studios. What was the
Studios?
Hollywood Studios, Animal Kingdom, and Epcot. And I have been to Disney World 4 times previous to that. I have been to Disneyland 8 times previous to that, and it's not a home park. It's not a I'm here Disney World, I'm here Disneyland. I really truly think, I'm not trying to be biased, but I really think that Disneyland does it better.
Yes,
they really do. And I'm not.
This is what we kept saying at Disney World. You know why Disneyland does it better? Let it rain money.
I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. But I do know. And I hope that it happens. They're introducing 1,500 jobs to Disney World because I think they see how well Disneyland does it. And Disney World is not at the same restrictions as Disney World is. And they're going to bring in 1,500 jobs to Disney World to be able to I really think they're gonna change some things. Because they see how Disneyland is more magical.
Good night, Brian. I agree, Joe.
It's Walt Disney is still there. It will always be the original park, the first park, and Disney World is so spread out, is so big, is so gigantic, and they have not taken advantage of the footprint that they have.
No, it's like bigger, wider, but
think about what you went and saw. Pirates of the Caribbean was 45 seconds. I understand when you think about that in layman terms. 45 seconds, really? Pirates of the Caribbean sucked at Disney World.
I'm sorry, it did. It was horrible. So was a Small World.
I went to Disney World before I went to Disneyland. So, Addie Family Adventures, Gonzo, AP Adventure. I went to Disney World before I went to Disneyland. Okay, and I'm sorry, but Disneyland was way better than Disney World. Now, I can say that the queues were much cooler, much better in Disney World than Disneyland, but the ride time and the way that the ride was put together on similar rides in Disney World to Disneyland topped you.
Yes, Joe. Listen what Joe says. If Magic Kingdom was themed like Animal Kingdom, it would be magical too. I loved Animal Kingdom. Why do we feel the Animal Kingdom and Epcot was better than Disney, Magic Kingdom, and Hollywood Studios?
Why do we
Animal
feel
Kingdom,
that way?
The theming in Animal Kingdom was so detailed, like
Yes,
Disneyland
Juan.
is detailed. Disneyland is so detailed versus Disney World.
I'm with
And
Joe.
Animal Kingdom is just like that. It has everywhere you look, you are engulfed in it. There's no place where you're like, this is not an Animal Kingdom.
I am so with Joe Ross and DDG on that being like one of my favorite parks. My two favorite parks are Animal Kingdom and Epcot. Love those parks. I could never go back to Walt Disney World and just go to Disneyland and live my life and be totally fine. But Magic Kingdom, not Magic Kingdom, Animal Kingdom was amazing. The food was amazing. The detail was amazing. The rides were amazing. I loved everything about that. I liked walking through the little bird thing. Amazing.
But really, you've really got to think about this. Why was when you guys did your research and you said I did not do my research on Disney World as much as Michael might have done. We talked about that a little bit.
Yeah, right.
I thought that Animal Kingdom was a half-day park.
Nope.
No, that's what
Animal Kingdom
us.
is not a half-day park.
It's
Animal Kingdom is a 2-day park.
I would go to Animal Kingdom 2 days.
Correct.
I would not thinking it was a half a day park and then only having 1 day, and I still didn't get to fit everything in. I feel like I missed out on so much of Animal Kingdom, and I only ate at one place, which sucked. I would have liked to eat the ribs, but we ate somewhere else. Remember one when I told you and Josh, don't you often say a word to me.
But think about all what was surprising to me is when I researched Animal Kingdom. Aside from the fact of VP saying, hey, go do the safari in the beginning, which VP, thank you so much for giving that advice because that was the best advice that we could have ever had.
Yeah.
What?
They're doing the safari
first.
Doing the safari in the morning.
Yes, VP.
I have to say the Animal Kingdom I thought was a half-day park. Now I'm thinking in essential of rides. Now as a young person,
if you're just
I hated Epcot. I hated Epcot. As an adult, I think this has to be said. As an adult, there are so many different things in Epcot and Animal Kingdom that you miss. And even as a teenager and young adult, you will miss at Animal Kingdom and Epcot that is now there. Again, from what I remember, I would go to Universal Studios, Epcot, and Animal Kingdom. I would never step foot in Hollywood Studios again. I would never step foot in Magical Kingdom again. Above those things because they did it for me.
Look at Josh's face.
Well, I mean, if I have to say, if I could not go to all 4 parks, if I can only go to 2 parks, Magic Kingdom would not be one of them.
Correct.
It would be Epcot.
But why? Why would you not go to Magic Kingdom over the other ones?
Because Disney makes it.
Because Animal Kingdom definitely is more my style of a park, I would say, and so is Epcot. I think just more. Animal Kingdom, we didn't even get to do everything. We missed a lot. And it's just because if you really slow your roll when you're in Animal Kingdom and absorb the details.
Well, how long did I stay in that little bird thing? You guys all walked through and I wanted to be in the bird thing with all the birds flying around me.
If you just look at the detailing that goes on through Animal Kingdom, you could really stop in certain areas for longer periods of time and just enjoy it. And just enjoy it. You know, and Epcot is just so big as far as where you're walking around. I know Animal Kingdom is the biggest park, but that's because of Safari. But Epcot, as far as walking around, is the biggest park. And there's so much to see. There's so many details in the World Showcase that we missed.
See the one place that I wanted to see at night. The last ride we got on. That blue.
Yeah, so there's
what's it called?
The what?
The last ride we got on at Animal Kingdom. We didn't even get to stay in that land.
Oh, Pandora.
We didn't even get to see Pandora. We only got on the ride. I'm so sad.
Yeah. So I just, it's so much more. And like, Magic Kingdom has a lot of the same rides that Disneyland has, worse versions, and there's just
their new rides are good,
but it just doesn't have the vibe. It doesn't have the vibe that Disneyland has. So it's not very important to me as far as.
I tell you what, I would go just for the candied bacon.
Oh God,
candied bacon was good.
I really enjoyed Walt Disney World's queues.
Yeah,
their queues were great because
also their thought process too in their queues is they have to be covered because of the rain,
and it's so hot
and so they have a lot of indoor queuing, and when you have indoor queuing, your theming on the indoor part of the queuing has to be good. Like Disneyland, like the part of the queuing that's indoors, I think is good, but there's not a lot of. There's part of it's indoors and part of it's outdoors.
Their pirates made me so sad. They didn't even play the Yoho music until almost the end. I was like, "Where's my Yoho? Pirates fight for me."
You have all that space. Make the
Pirates
ride
is
correct.
Pirates is my favorite ride in any Disney. I am so excited to be able to go to Shanghai and see
the Shanghai.
Well, when COVID's over, because
we want to go chill.
The problem with going to any Disney park outside of the U.S. is you seriously have to quarantine for 10 to, I'm sorry, I'm going to go even further, 10 to 18 days.
Yeah.
You have to be a freaking millionaire to be able to extend and go for basically a month, because you're quarantined for half a month.
Michael, can we go together?
Yeah. 10 to 18 days you have to quarantine. Then the 10 days is if you have family in Europe and or China. I am super excited to go to Shanghai to see the we're looking at like your Ratatouille ride, your Transformer ride, your Super Mario World, Nintendo ride, and Universal. You're looking at that kind of ride for pirates. It's a lot different than what your normal nostalgic pirates ride. So it's a lot different. I can tell you right now, I was more pissed off and upset and disappointed and saddened about pirates in Walt Disney World.
It was so sad
than anything that I experienced in that whole trip.
You know what made me so sad, Michael? It's a Small World.
I didn't go on a Small World.
It's a
Disney
Small
World
because I know you don't like it, but let me tell you, Michael, it was so sad. It was so there was a lot
but everything was shortened. Everything was condensed.
Michael, there was dead space, and it was missing little dolls, and you can see the little empty spot where the doll was. Michael, their white room, It's a Small white room, is so grand, and theirs was so late. I was so sad.
They missed it, but that's with every single ride, with the exception of Big Thunder Mountain.
Yeah.
And the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. The Seven Dwarfs Mine Train is not anywhere else except for in Walt Disney World. And then your Big Thunder Mountain, which was an extended ride. The queue was badass. The queue was so fun, so interactive. And then the ride was 30 seconds longer than your original queue or your original ride in Disneyland, which was awesome, which was so cool. I love Big Thunder Mountain in Walt Disney World was awesome. Splash Mountain as a nostalgic, it's going away because we're going to put it into Tiana and Princess and the Frog, which I think is cool. I think that's awesome. I think we're great. Let's move in that direction. But I think those two rides, out of everything that I saw in Magic Kingdom, were awesome. We didn't do the Hall of Presidents. We didn't do Small World. We did my extended family. They did the Little Mermaid, which is usually in DCA as opposed to Magic Kingdom. That was really cool. The queue was awesome. I went and watched the queue, saw the queue, and saw the outside. That was a lot cooler. But it missed a lot of things. Autopia, your Tomorrowland Speedway, even Space Mountain was different. You have two different tracks, and you're thinking, okay, two different tracks. This is going to be awesome. It was horrible. It was not what I loved about like the feel of Space Mountain. Disneyland, Disney World, Shanghai, whatever you want to call it, I don't care. Disneyland has missed a little bit of that.
Oh
and
my God,
their cast members, and their people, you could tell that the magic just wasn't there. And unfortunately, we got to experience this during COVID, which is a lot harder on retail. Josh, you understand this.
Hold on, Michael. So Big Daddy 316, he says, "Hi guys, what was the difference in Pirates and Disney World?" One was
45 seconds.
The ride's missing.
45 seconds.
And the Yo-Ho song didn't even come on till the end, and like there was major scenes missing off the ride, like major.
The whole cave scenes are not there.
There's
no
major things that make pirates, and it's gone. Like I was like, oh my God, Florida people don't know what the real magic is because they just don't know if they've never been to Disneyland. Like Pirates, classic Pirates for certain reasons, like the dog with the key and the, just different things. And they just chopped it.
Haunted Mansion in Disney World was horrible. Haunted Mansion in Disney World was horrible. I'm going to say that. I'm going to
in Space Mountain.
Space Mountain was different. Bloom and Cheese asks, does Batu extension where? Okay, so this is what my problem with Batu was in Disney World compared to Disneyland. When you go from Toy Story Land to Batu, the transition.
There's no transition.
Horrible.
You're
is
just
the worst. Is the worst transition from Toy Story Land to Batu you could ever admit.
There is no transition.
And from the other side too, it's bad. You're going from city to Batu.
Now I would say that Toy Story Land to Batu is horrible. From I guess you got Muppets 3D and everything over there. You have at least a little bit of a hallway and or corridor to go into Batu, but that Disney, watch this stream. Please watch this stream. What you have in space in Disneyland compared to your Disney World Hollywood Studios is ridiculous. When you walk into Batu in Disneyland, you have three entrances, one through Two Town, one through what used to be the
not Two Town.
Frontierland, middle of what used to be the animal petting zoo. What was that called, Josh?
So you have Frontierland. They call it Fantasyland, but really both of them are kind of Frontierland-ish.
Right, Fantasyland, Frontierland, and then you have your Bear Country. When you walk into Disneyland, I promise you, anybody that has ever not been to Disneyland or Disney World, when you walk into Disneyland, the transition from Bear Country, Fantasyland, and or Toontown, because I think it's more Toontown than anything. The transition that you walk into Batu is immersive. The sounds, the everything about it is you get transported to the Black Spires and Batu, right? Into Star Wars land. When you go to Disney World, there's no way you can transport from Toy Story Land to Bantu or Muppets 3D to Bantu, which is the better part of it. It is horrible. It is 1/3 of the land in Disney World compared to Disneyland. It seems shrunk. It seems compact in Disney World. And I hate that. I hate that Disney World is so much larger and they have this giant scale, this giant space, and they downscaled it.
And you know what, Jen? That's one of the things that we discussed also is the nostalgia. So it depends on what you remember too. Like growing up in Southern California, going to Disneyland all the time, there's certain things that are just very nostalgic. So if that's the family vacation that you went to and that's the park, then that nostalgia would give you the feels. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, I don't because
No,
I went to Disney World before I went to Disneyland, and I loved Disneyland before I loved Disney World.
Yeah. Well, I think it's to each his own too, but I think like for us, like, but it depends. Like some people, I mean, there's people. Obviously, we're probably on your page when it comes to Disneyland versus Disney World, but I've talked to some people that are definitely 100% Disney World is way better than Disneyland.
Yeah, and some people love it, love it, and need to go all the time.
I don't get it. I don't understand it, but that's their thing. And there's some people because maybe they've experienced it more and they're just there more. An echo. But I definitely think at Disneyland they're more creative in their transitions from every land. I mean, it's just you don't realize the transition is happening most of the time when you're at Disneyland. You just don't think about it because it just happens so smoothly. And at Disney World, I felt like there's more see it happening. So you're like, oh.
I feel like there's more thought put into it at Disneyland. Like to have that magic, you have to make sure.
Like you almost don't even realize the Jolly Holiday turns into the whatchamacallit,
when you cross that bridge or whatever,
it's like
Adventureland and into your tiki hut.
Yeah, those transformations
and it's the same dang building, but they do such a good job at focusing at certain places that you just don't realize you're transitioning, and next thing you know, you're in it. I felt like at Disney World, I just felt like it. You know when you're transitioning.
It was a choppy vlog. It was a choppy vlog with no transitions.
Yeah.
Blank and then blank and then blank, and you're like, hey, you didn't even bring me through the process of where you're going and where you're gonna eat. It's just blank, blank, blank. It was a choppy vlog.
Jen Me says that she thinks that Disney World is a lot of things that are geared towards pleasing kids that adults just don't appreciate.
Maybe.
We're just Disney snobs, Jen. Excuse us. It's what we're used to.
Yeah. But I think that in time, Disney World will be better with what they have because like you said, Josh, the transition from Jolly Holiday to the Tiki Hut to what's the place that's Aladdin now?
You know what takes your attention off of that? Those damn little ducks walking across the bridge with their babies.
What's the Aladdin place? What's the new place that's not Aladdin?
The Hideaway.
The Hideaway. Those three places are very seamless. It's like 1, 2, 3. You have 1, 2, 3 different places. Whereas Disney World, it's not the Jolly Holiday Cafe. You have that
Crystal Palace, I think.
Crystal Palace, and then you have Adventureland, which is again, it's so spread out. I think that the when you go to Disneyland, everybody always asks me, when you go to Disneyland, why do you go to Disneyland every year?
Because it's freaking amazing.
When you walk into Disneyland, you cannot hear the outside noise. You cannot see the outside noise of Orange County or it's not Los Angeles, but California. Okay. When you go to Orlando, it is so big and spread out that it takes away a little bit of the seamlessness. And it's nothing against Orlando. I understand where they were going, but
I don't want to get hate bombed.
They've got to take a page out of Disneyland. They've got to take a page out of Disneyland and understand that the seamless is perfect. And that's where I think in 2022 they are bringing 1,500 employees from Disneyland, Disney Paris, Disney Shanghai, and Disney what's the other one? Help me. Disney Tokyo. They're bringing 1,500 employees to Disney World
to teach them how to be nice to people because they were so mean.
To teach them the difference of how they'll, because Disney, seriously, if you go to Disneyland Shanghai, Disneyland Tokyo, Disneyland Paris, they are all smaller than Disney World. Disneyland is smaller than Disney World. They understand the transition process of all of these things. I'm geeking out because of this, but they understand the transition and the process of that. Disney World has potential to be able to hit this, but they haven't. They have not done that because they are so spread out. It's like being a DJ at a concert and or a nightclub. When you don't play that music and there's that dead air, you're in trouble.
I think World has missed
that. I think Chiza said it best, and that's what we said at the beginning.
Disneyland and Disney World are two different vacation venues.
Yeah, it's 100%. Different. They're different experiences.
So it's hard because you can't compare them. I think he's right.
You can't compare them,
even though they're
different.
Juan Rodriguez, how about you give us a super chat, and we'll do shots.
Tell him, Michael. So, Michael, I agree. What Bloom and Cheese are saying. This is what we were saying. You can't compare them. They're not the same.
You can't.
They have the same, some of the same rides
they're
and
the
blah
same
blah.
Company, but it's
two different places. Totally.
I think Disney World is trying to handle volume more than Disneyland is.
Well, they're trying to get the people from overseas.
And I think my issue with Disney World was there's too much open space. So there's too much, for me, there's too much dead space, I guess you would say.
Yeah.
Or at Disneyland, almost
everything matters.
Every inch of that park means something. And is covered with something, is themed with something. In Disney World,
it's just filling space.
When you go from Tomorrowland to the backside of Fantasyland, it's very dead spacious. It's like
it is
emptiness.
It's just like it's like everything matters at Disneyland and at Disney World. Like there's buildings and stuff, but it doesn't. There's not like, because it's not the original park. Everything matters.
No, but maybe eventually it'll get there. And remember, for a long time they were catering more towards tourists versus Disneyland was catering more towards local. It seems like Disneyland has transitioned, not in its look and its feel, but transitioned as far as its entrance more towards tourists, because they're going towards that the single day ticket price. What's funny is if you went to Dollywood, it is compared closely to Disneyland, but with different aesthetics. Yes, Disney World is further. So like and Dollywood's a place that I really want to go to because I love the roller coasters that they have there.
We've been wanting to go.
Awesome.
We've been wanting. But I also want to go.
I heard the food is really good.
We've been wanting to go there for years and been talking about it for at least 2 or 3 years.
The country vibe that they have there too, I think is going to be awesome. That seems like it's going to be my type of park for sure. It has everything that I do want to do there, or that I look forward to in a park. Okay, with that, we're going to have to end the stream because we are going to have to
get up and go to work.
Yeah, go to work tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Michael's all sad. He's ready to party.
I'm gonna call my boss tomorrow and ask him if I can have like an hour extra. Of sleep-in time.
In a little bit, But I want to thank you, Michael, and I want to thank Carrie, who was here for a long time and hanging in there as a trooper with Troop. Thank you for joining us tonight and just talking, just having a good time. We enjoy always talking and hanging out with you guys. can't hang out in person, at least we can hang out on the stream, you know?
Yes, we love and miss you guys so much, my BFFs.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Check out Carly and Kiko. Check out Midlife Vibes. Check out Timeout with Michael. Juan is crazy. Whoa, where did you guys go?
So my camera just died. So that's the clue that we have to go because my camera just shut off. So thank you very much, you guys. Have a good night. Goodbye. And we'll catch you next